today, and it is Laura Romo's birthday today. We both have the same day.
Happy birthday.
Also born on our day, Forrest Whitaker, the actor.
Great eyes.
Damian Lillard.
Nice.
Okay.
Juju Watkins.
Wow, that's a
all
good day.
celebrating a birthday today. So
Got some strong company there.
Yeah. So do you think, Funch, in honor of my birthday, that the YouTube chat will be nicer to me than usual or meaner to me than usual?
A little bit more nicer.
I predict the opposite. I think they're going to come back. And there's a reason Michael Funches is waving an England flag and Brian Cohen is wearing an Argentina flag. This game, Andy, and Andy and for Mace, rest of this week, kicks off literally when we kick off. It starts at 12. Funch, what is your level of confidence in Team England, who is slightly favored?
No doubt. If they lose, they're going to probably get kicked out by King Charles.
But I listened to a podcast. Somehow the Kelseys, the New Heights podcast, got Prince William.
Wow.
And he says Prince Charles hates football.
Well,
Really?
Yeah. He said Prince William, though, loves football.
Okay,
I
wow.
can tell you at least one reason they managed to get Prince Charles. Recently, for a game of games, I learned their YouTube subscriber count, 3.1 million.
Yeah. Whoa!
Well, this is how it came about. They talk about it in the pod. They brought their kids, William and Kate, brought their kids to Taylor Swift's concert in London, and they went backstage to meet her, and Travis and his brother were back there. Travis and Jason were back there, and they just started talking to him, and they said, we do a podcast. Would you ever come on it? He goes, I'd come on it to talk football. If you don't ask me any political questions, I'd come on it. And so they did. They had him on for half an hour, and they talked football.
You know, that strategy of let's talk with you about your actual interests or some of your other interests as opposed to the main thing you're known for, that was a big strategy that my brother and I used to use when we had an ESPN podcast. We often got a lot of pretty good names. Like we had Gary Oldman in studio.
When you told him you didn't want to ask him the typical stuff.
Well, we asked him about the movie he was promoting, and he wanted to promote the movie because it was a smaller movie. That's a big part of how we got him in the first place. But, these guys do so many junkets where they're asked the same questions over and over, and the opportunity to either talk sports or talk blank. We had Regina King on. She was at Westchester High,
with Trevor Ariza and a bunch of other,
and she was a really
people.
big athlete there. She was a track athlete.
Yeah.
She enjoyed talking about that stuff. And we reached out to a lot of these different reps, and we got back. Well, he or she's not into sports. We don't care.
Right.
Well, they do the show.
That's actually better.
Yeah.
That's like Justin Thoreau, who's on Running Point, the show I'm on, is not a big sports fan, but he's great in that role, playing one of the Bus brothers.
Yeah.
And he's really good in that role. Now, Brian Cohen, I asked Funch what his confidence level is. You have Argentina, if they win, you guarantee yourself at least a share of the title, right?
I believe so. I mean, if my math is right, I think if they win, it's over. I don't think anybody can catch
no one can catch you.
Apply that Humboldt State education.
Even if you lose in the final, Trudell has Spain, but he can't catch you. He doesn't have enough points.
I'm at 25, Trudell now at 22, so if I win, that put me at 28.
You could win the whole pool today.
That's right.
What's your confidence level?
I mean, I was feeling great. I had no clue that England was favored. I thought maybe
very
Argentina.
Slight.
It is slight.
They're very slight favorites.
But, one thing I've learned in sports is you never count out the greatest. And Messi is the greatest. So there's a chance.
And it is kind of like, Andy, the comeback of the old guy. Like, you look at the way Messi's playing, and, of course, LeBron's the talk of the NBA as he selects his new team. And Serena and Venus came back and played tennis, and Aaron Rodgers is coming back to play quarterback.
Aaron Donald may come out of retirement.
Right. It's like the renaissance of the old guy. And since I turn a year older today, this is a good thing for me.
Yes.
But
your renaissance, though, John, has not happened because you never went away in the first place.
Yes. I find it, as everyone who listens to the show knows, I never go away. I just keep talking, which we will continue to do today. So we've got this game live, and the All-Star game was last night. We'll talk about that, the baseball season getting up and running again soon. And we'll cover the latest on LeBron and an interesting twist coming. Did you put that Richard Jefferson bite in?
Yes.
All right. So
very interesting.
He has some really interesting thoughts on what Laker fans are forgetting about as LeBron signs with another team. So we'll have all that for you. BC, because you're Funch is my Lakers producer, but you're the Mason and Ireland producer. And since you can win the whole thing, yes. I'm riding with you today.
Thank
Give me
you.
Messi.
I appreciate it. There we go.
Funch,
Come on.
I actually I have nothing against you or England. I just want Brian to win money.
You hate the British, don't you?
No, now could you?
Hashtag never forget 1776.
If England runs the table, could you win the pool?
I just tie. I believe I tie.
How many
with
points
Laura.
do you have right now?
I have 19.
So you can get 22. You can get to 25.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're not out of it.
Yeah, I'm not out of it.
Yeah, Laura's rooting for you because
Right.
she's stuck at 25 and she's done. So Brian Cohen can lock up the
Let's
ESPN LA World Cup pool. BC, good luck to you. Mason and Ireland coming at you in 2 minutes. ESPN LA.
Their team is here to help you find the right vehicle at the perfect price. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay. Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. Let us begin here. Happy birthday, Johnny I. The one and only John Ireland, the legend. Happy birthday, Johnny I. We're happy that you're here today on your birthday.
I get out of the shower, I do a happy dance, and then I suck on the tap.
Unlike people like Mace and Cappy that take their birthday off, no, Johnny I works with us so we can celebrate him.
Gypsy do between his legs.
Speaking of guys that don't come to work, Mason is off today, as you know. Andy Kamenetzky.
Well, I don't know. I guess so.
May I see it?
Really?
Please.
Yes, indeed. AK's here. We'll talk Lakers offseason.
Dipsy-doo between the legs.
Will we bring up the MLB All-Star Game, the Midsummer Classic last night? We know Johnny I watched it. Did he fall asleep? Because that thing was a bore fest, man. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess we'll talk about that. And yes, the World Cup semifinals today. Who will win, ... as we get ready for Sunday, the World Cup final. Plus, we'll make you smile. Yes, indeed. Producer Emily's out today. Producer Funches. Function Lovers here.
Beef stew's coming back soon, I think.
Yeah, we'll have another challenging icebreakers ahead. Producer Brian Cohen, the social team in the back. And you.
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
So with that said, let's get this going.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. Your Wednesday afternoon in the Southland right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And it's underway in Atlanta. England, Argentina. A minute 22 seconds in. And this is not only for a spot in the World Cup final. Andy Kamenetzky, this is Brian Cohen versus Michael Funches at the highest level of competition.
They gonna get it on because they don't get along.
The ESPN LA World Cup pool, which was created by Mike Trudell and was a smashing success, is really down to 5 people. Or maybe after yesterday, are we down to 4? Now that France is out, is Bergman out? I think he may be. He'll tell me if he's not. So I think it's Funch, Brian, Laura, and Trudell who has Spain. But Brian Cohen, You, with an Argentina win today,
Come on.
can end this whole thing early. It's like winning game of games before you get to the tiebreaker. How you feeling?
Pretty good. I've always said big soccer guy. If there's one thing you know about me, I love me some soccer. So, Argentina, I thought everybody told me from the start, it's almost impossible to do back-to-back championships.
Yeah, only 2 countries have ever done it.
But
Brazil
right there,
and Italy. Yeah, you are 1 game away from making it to the final. So we got that coming up for you. We'll keep an eye on it. Anytime there's a goal, we'll keep you posted.
Already.
Yeah, there's already a fight. But I can't imagine anybody getting a red card for fighting in a semifinal World Cup game. But you don't have to go anywhere. We will. If you're stuck in your car, if you're stuck at work, we will keep you posted on the progress of the World Cup. As Morales mentioned, the Major League Baseball All-Star Game was last night. It was kind of a dud. The National League only had 3 hits, and the American League won the game 4-0. It was the first shutout in the All-Star Game in 13 years. But, Andy, I thought Philadelphia. Did you catch some of it?
I caught some of it. I very thankfully had to turn it off and watch the Summer League.
Well, we're going to get into that, too.
Yeah, for my unnamed podcast. And by the way, this Summer League Lakers team has actually been a lot of fun to watch.
Very fun, and they won again last night. They're 3-0 in Las Vegas and have a chance to win that whole thing. We'll get into them in a minute. But I thought Philadelphia was a solid host, especially for the 250th birthday game. I was kind of corny, but I liked how they came out of the dugout and signed with a quill like they were signing the Declaration of Independence. I just think the All-Star Game is a celebration of baseball. Fox does a really good job. It helps that they have Joe Davis and John Smoltz and Verducci and all those dudes. But it was a bad game. We'll get into later why I think pitching is so good now that they may have to bend the rules. But now we go to the remaining 2.5 months of the season. The trade deadline, Andy, is August 3rd. So coming up really in 2.5 weeks. So teams have to decide whether they're buyers or sellers. And so many teams are in it that a lot of people think there aren't going to be a lot of sellers. That, like Mason Miller, who pitched in the game last night. Are the Padres completely out of it? And if they are, do they trade? A.J. Preller, their GM's been known to kind of either go for it or fire sale. Mason Miller could bring him a haul.
Well, this is what's really interesting about it. Like, not even necessarily for this season, but just big picture. The Padres are perfectly 500.
Right.
They are 48-48, which puts you in the most neutral place possible with trying to figure out the future of somebody like a Mason Miller.
And the big fish at the trade deadline is 2-time Cy Young Award winner Tarek Skubal. He could go to Milwaukee, which would make them super formidable. Tampa Bay is in the mix. But Jeff Passan was on ESPN, and he says, if anybody's getting Skubal, it's the Dodgers. And even if they don't get him, the Dodgers are probably going to win it. Here's Passan.
There is a team that's going to go get Tarek Skubal and has both the incentive and the ability to do so. It is the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I know people don't like hearing that. The Dodgers have won 2 consecutive championships. They already have a roster that's loaded with stars, but they can pretty much do whatever they want at this point. We've seen past trade deadlines where the Dodgers have been extremely aggressive. They've gone and gotten Manny Machado. They've gotten Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. They've gotten the biggest guys. But this time around, they could play it like they did last year, where there were no major trades and they were still the best team in baseball.
So, in other words, he's picking the Dodgers whether they trade for Skubal or not. Andy, if you were Andrew Friedman, would you make a run at Skubal?
What's the price? And I don't say that to dodge the question. I say that because I think that ultimately is the most important thing.
Right. Hypothetically,
let me explain really quick.
Go ahead.
Because the Dodgers don't have to do this, even in a seller's market, they can afford to dictate some terms because their shot at 3 World Series in a row is not made or broken by having Skubal. I don't think so.
I think the price would be somewhere in the neighborhood of a frontline starting pitcher. My guess is they would ask for Justin Robleski.
Nope. Not doing it.
The Dodgers might be able to get him to take Casey Sheehan.
would do that.
And then I would think up to 3 minor leaguers, including 1 blue chip.
Sure.
Like somebody that's down there.
Okay.
But here's why I would try, if you and I were having this discussion, we were both in the Dodger offices, and you said no to Justin Wrobleski. Why do we need Justin Wrobleski if we're getting Tarek Skubal?
Because you never know who moving forward as they age is going to start breaking down a bit. Like I am personally not counting on Ohtani being an everyday starter for the foreseeable, like probably for the rest of this season, but it's not something I'm counting on for the entirety of his time with the Dodgers, just because I think as he gets older, it's going to get more difficult. Glasnow is never available. Blake Snell, we've seen injuries. Like Yamamoto's awesome, but I think you can make an argument that someone like Wrobleski can be a part of their future moving forward. He's already an all-star pitcher. He's a
right, but you're not getting Tarek Skubal for nothing. I mean, he's too good.
I would say that my offers of Sheehan and Dodger prospects, who, by the way, tend to be better than everyone else's.
Let me bend it.
That ain't nothing.
Let me bend it. Since you're insisting on I'm going to put you in the role of the Dodgers. I'll be the Tigers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wrobleski's a non-starter. You're not giving me Wrobleski. Is that your position?
Yep.
Okay.
Non-starter.
We'll take Sheehan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take 2 minor leaguers, and I want Dalton Rushing.
Done.
You would do it.
Yeah.
See, I would be hesitant to do that because Dalton Rushing is your Will Smith insurance.
But
where is Will Smith? What's going on with his neck? He's been out for 2 months, and nobody's saying anything. And there's no backup to Rushing.
No, I get all of that. But, again, big picture, if I'm thinking about this big picture, Skubal means more to me than Dalton Rushing. Like Dalton Rushing, I think they're going to start reaching a point where they may need to move him anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where the opportunity is going to be.
Unless Will Smith's injury is worse than they're
by
letting
the way,
on.
That's a whole hell of another problem to be dealing with. But for the time being, it's going to be hard to get Rushing on the field regularly anyway. So if that's their counter, done.
Well, to your point, remember, if you're a Dodger fan, you can't say Rushing. Will Smith's going to be if Will Smith comes back to being Will Smith, he's your catcher for the next 10 years. You can't slide Dalton Rushing into the DH spot because that's Shohei. One thing you could do is teach him how to play first base because Freddie Freeman is probably he's 36, end of his contract, might play 1 or 2 more years, but that's it. And so for that reason, I'd be more hesitant to give up Rushing than you are. But I think in both scenarios, the Dodgers have to consider putting Wrobleski in the deal and putting Rushing in the deal. Not the same deal, but one or the other in the deal just because it's for a 2-time Cy Young Award winner.
I personally value Wrobleski more than I value Rushing for this particular team.
But these are the types of conversations that are going to be going on starting today. Now that we've moved past the All-Star game, and by the way, you know where the Dodgers open the second half?
No, actually I don't.
At Yankee Stadium
on
Friday night.
Yeah.
So, and they're the Fox game of the week Saturday night. It should be really fun. But the Dodgers are, half of them were back there for the All-Star game anyway. All the coaches, Dave Roberts, 5 of the players. So now they're just staying back east.
Yeah, and I know there had been some question about whether or not Ohtani would make himself available for that New York stage. He didn't play in the All-Star game. I suspect he will be available and really looking forward to playing in New York.
Okay, 11 minutes in, England versus Argentina. No score yet. By the way, Fudge, did you see the play? We all missed it yesterday, but I saw it last night in the highlights. Did you see the play that awarded Spain the penalty kick?
No.
Brian, did you see it?
Not really. I don't think so.
Andy?
No.
All right. I want you guys to dig it up. Take a look at it. I think now, I believe Spain would have won the game anyway. I thought France's effort was emblematic of our effort against Belgium. They were just never in it. They were never engaged. Spain was going to win the game no matter what. To me, I would not have awarded a penalty kick. Yamal was coming through there.
I see it.
And the French cat. So, Funch, describe what you're seeing.
So Yamal is coming, from a direction, and the French guy has his knee up, kicking the ball, going for the ball, but doesn't see Yamal, but Yamal runs into his leg.
Right. I thought it was completely unintentional, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
And I
wrong
think
place, wrong time.
Yeah, I think intent has to weigh into something as important, Andy, as a penalty kick in a World Cup semifinal. You better be damn sure that this is worthy of a penalty kick, and that was not.
Well, according to Robert Zeglinski, for the win, and I'm assuming he is a soccer guy.
He's a USA Today guy, yeah.
He thinks it was the correct call.
Okay. Well, he knows more than I do because I'm not a soccer guy.
Just going through just some reaction to it. I got to watch it in real time. I was unable to actually see that game. But they did win 2-0 anyway.
Okay. So coming up next, Andy mentioned how good the Lakers Summer League team looks. We'll touch on that. And yesterday, something happened in the government that could affect all of us forever. You know how we either spring forward or fall back?
Yes.
Those days may be over.
I know.
I'm not sure people are paying enough attention to this. We'll get into that, too. Andy in for Mace. Funch in for Emily. Brian's here rooting hard for Argentina because if he wins the ESPN LA World Cup pool. It's all happening on a Wednesday. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends August 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Get Brazilian beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions for just $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Shop one of their 11 locations or order online for same-day delivery. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat, wild prices.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store, and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
In this business, time matters. You're always looking for ways to be more efficient and stay ahead. We all have our own time-saving hacks. But if you're a business owner, how can you save time hiring? The answer? ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Save time and meet great candidates sooner with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
It is my birthday. It is Laura Romo's birthday. It is Juju Watkins' birthday. It is Damian Lillard's birthday.
It is
Forrest Whitaker's birthday. There once was a time where Forrest Whitaker was like the only famous person we had, but now we got Damian Lillard, we got Juju, we got Laura, we got me, so big birthday day around here. Andy, you mentioned that you host a podcast that they don't like us to mention, but we do it anyway. Locked on Lakers. And so you've been watching all the Summer League games. How excited am I allowed to get that the Lakers are 3-0 in Summer League, and in all 3 games have looked really good? I know it's just the Summer League, so bring me down to earth.
Okay.
As the resident shameless Laker apologist and the guy who does Lakers radio play-by-play, how excited am I allowed to get?
Okay. You always have to remain cognizant of it's the Summer League. It's not big boy NBA basketball. There are levels to all of this. Summer League success does not automatically translate to NBA success, yada, yada, yada. With all of that acknowledged, I give you full-on permission to be excited about what you're seeing because Cameron Carr looks really good. He looks every bit right now like the first-round player that the Lakers were excited fell to him in the draft. I think his scoring skills and the athleticism look translatable. His ability to play off ball, I think, looks translatable. Adu Thiero, after a insanely sped up first game where he was in full-on Leroy Jenkins mode.
Right.
He has since slowed down. He's still the most athletic guy out there. His decision-making's gotten better. He's drawing a lot of fouls. He's being disruptive defensively. I'm not saying I think he's necessarily ready for a rotation role yet, but you got to remember last year was basically a lost rookie year for him because he was hurt.
Right.
He barely played in the G League, much less with the big club.
Give me your thoughts on Cameron Carr. Could he get rotation minutes as a rookie?
Yes. I think he may because in doing some scouting reports on him, the people that I talked to thought that he was capable of playing for even a team with playoff aspirations as a rookie. Like, it's just a deep rookie class in general. But also, too, I think his skill set is going to be needed. Like, this team is built first and foremost for offense. He is a 3-level scorer. He has the ability to shoot. He can work off ball. We've seen some self-creation that's been good. He can attack the rim. I also think because he's so long and his wingspan is insane, I think he can help, like, with the glass. Like, it's actually an area I think the Lakers might be better this year than last year. He seems smart. He seems like he's been well coached. He had an NBA dad. I think he's going to have a real opportunity to get minutes.
Arthur Kaluma.
Oh, yeah.
Has looked really good. How excited are the people on your pod about Arthur Kaluma?
Let me put it this way. Like, if I put right now Arthur Kaluma into the title for SEO purposes, it'll blow up. And that should not necessarily be the case for Arthur Kaluma. But Laker fans are excited about him. I think he should get one of those 2-way deals, and I would do it quickly.
Right, because somebody else is going to do it.
Yep.
They have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's barely
Avila.
played.
He hasn't played hardly at all.
Nope.
And they have a couple of other guys. Chris Magnon.
Chris Magnon is a 2-way guy. A.K. Okereke is a 2-way guy.
We haven't seen much of Okereke, right?
I think he's been solid. Like, when he's been out there, he's been solid. I hate saying this just because these guys are all fighting for jobs, but part of the deal, I would give suitors 2-way because these things are very fungible and transferable. I would give suitors to Kaluma.
Right.
If
see if you could sign Suter to play on your G League team. Well, Kaluma's in Exhibit 10, which means they would have his rights to play in the G League, but another team could put him on a major on an NBA roster, and then you lose him. Right.
I would look to protect Kaluma. He's playing very well. He's a part of their system anyway. He was on their G League team last year, and he's at a position and the type of size and skill set that those wings, they've been pretty elusive for the Lakers.
Okay, let me ask you about this. Yesterday, this is a non-sports thing. Yesterday, the House of Representatives passed a bill that would keep daylight savings time the same year-round. In other words, we'd never have to change our clocks again. No springing forward or falling back. It still has to pass in the Senate, so it's not like it's a done deal. Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's a good idea. I don't know.
It's only 1 hour different, and I think changing our clocks is a pain in the ass.
I don't know anybody other than, I guess, the proverbial farmers who like daylight savings. Everybody else seems to be.
Well, this would give you more time during the day, and it would get darker later, right? I think that's what
it depends on the time of year.
Yeah, but is it Funchy, or he left? Funchy, do you like this daylight savings time thing? Would you be in favor of just never having to change our clocks?
Yeah, I do, because I don't like changing the clocks.
Brian, how about you?
It's always too difficult.
You vote yes or no?
I vote yes.
So you've heard Mike Greenberg's idea for this, right?
No.
Greenie thinks we should just have a universal time. So no such thing as 8 o'clock in New York, but 5 o'clock in L.A. It would just be the same, and he says we would all adjust. There would be one world clock, and we would...
Like a world clock?
Yeah, and we would adjust to it.
No, I think that is a
Sane.
bridge. That's a bridge too far when you're starting to ask people, like, in a 12-hour time difference to be operating as if it's day when it's pitch black.
Yeah.
And by the way, too, it's easy.
I think that is a bridge too far.
Well, it's
I
also,
agree with you.
let's be honest about this, and I'm not saying that Greenie is being, jingoistic, but we all know that the Americans would end up with the clock the way they wanted it.
Right.
And some other people across the hemisphere, they're going to be left dealing with, like, nighttime during the day. Like, that's a bridge too far. No, it's unfair. It's going to be an international incident.
Okay. So, tonight is the ESPYs, and they're going to be in New York City this year. In the past, they've been in L.A., but tonight's the ESPYs. So throughout the show today, I'm going to be dropping in categories. I just want you guys to tell me who you would vote for or who you think is going to win, okay? Best athlete, men's sports. Okay, here are the nominees. Jalen Brunson, Lionel Messi, Shohei Ohtani, Matthew Stafford.
It's
Andy,
going to
who
be
gets
Brunson.
your vote?
It'll be Brunson.
You think it's Brunson? Funch?
Yeah.
Brunson, definitely.
Brian?
I think Stafford, the NFL MVP.
I think it's Shohei. He pitches and hits, and he's won back-to-back World Series.
We've seen it before, though. Brunson did something we have not seen since the 70s, since Phil Jackson was an active NBA player. And, I mean, Knicks Mania became like a global event. Like, people got caught up in it. It's going to be Jalen Brunson.
New York bias, too. The ESPYs.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Huge,
East Coast
big,
bias.
Big East Coast bias.
All right. Kind of, by the way, icebreakers at this hour. Funch's icebreakers yesterday was actually respectable. Normally, he makes them ridiculously over-the-top hard, and nobody gets them. But yesterday, you kind of redeemed yourself. And coming up next, Richard Jefferson has a warning for Laker fans that I find interesting. We will share it with you coming up next.
The summer of soccer is here, and Rockin' Brews is your headquarters for every match. Catch all the action on massive LED screens with game day food, drink specials, and unbeatable atmosphere. Bring your crew. Cheer on your favorite team at Rockin' Brews. Visit rockinbrews.com for your nearest location.
By the way, I go to the one in El Segundo. It's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Rockin' Brews it's great to watch games, great to listen to music. It's just
good food.
Yeah, love it. And by the way, they have a salad that has strawberries, watermelon, chicken. It's like the greatest salad of all time.
It's like a summer salad. It's a classic.
Yeah, they call it the
salad.
Strawberry Field Salad. You should check it out because they name everything after music. All right, Andy in for Mace. Emily's out today. She's sick, so I think we're getting him back tomorrow. Funch is in for her. Brian is recklessly rooting for Argentina because 26 minutes in, no score so far. They're in the first hydration break. Back with more after this. ESPN LA.
The second half of the MLS season is here, and it starts with the biggest rivalry in the league.
Expect the unexpected, throw the records out, whatever you want to talk about with this match, it fits.
Friday night, LAFC heads to Carson to battle the Galaxy in another battle for LA.
LA, baby. It is Los Angeles, and it is black and gold.
The summer of soccer stays right here on 710 ESPN.
What a match this has always been since day one.
LAFC versus Galaxy. Pre-game starts Friday at 7 p.m.
Pechanga Resort Casino is rewarding you on another level with Pechanga's SoCal Tier Status Match Program. Bring in a rewards card from one of 21 eligible Southern California casinos for exclusive benefits. Earn more at Pechanga Resort Casino with SoCal's best tier status match. Qualified members have a chance to win $25,000 club dollars. Pechanga's limited time tier match program ends December 31st, and match statuses remain valid through January 31st next year. Offer open to new and existing Pechanga Rewards members. Visit Pechanga Rewards for details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Red Card penalty. Score big flavor with Waba Grill's new Red Card combo for a limited time. A mini sweet and spicy chicken ball, chili crisp dumplings, and a refreshing penalty punch for a beverage with mango popping boba. An all-star lineup for just $9.99 only at Waba Grill.
Basketball never sleeps, and neither does ESPN LA. The stars of tomorrow are headed to Vegas for NBA Summer League, and we are there. ESPN Los Angeles will be bringing you all the latest headlines, storylines, and more. From matchups and breakout performances to expert analysis from the voices you trust, we've got you covered. Coverage of the 2026 NBA Summer League on ESPN Los Angeles is presented by Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I'm a babyface and John's a heel.
John's not a heel.
Exactly. John's the heel.
This the 1% a heel?
He's a heel.
Well, I'm Mr. 1% and I own it.
Back to Steve Mason and John Ireland.
In the summertime when the weather is high, you can stretch right
Laura
down
Romo is just in here. It's her birthday today.
Dressed to the nines,
Yeah, she's
Laura
going to dinner
Romo.
tonight. So if you check in with the afternoon show, be sure to wish Laura happy birthday. Her and I have the same birthday, July 15th. So Andy, one of the things we've been talking a lot about the Lakers and how excited I should be about the Summer League team, and the overwhelming sentiment with LeBron leaving is happiness. Laker fans are, I'll throw out a whole bunch of words. They're relieved. Travis said, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bergman said, good riddance. Morales is doing a happy dance. I mean, people are genuinely excited that the Lakers are moving on from LeBron. And I have to accept that. As somebody who wanted the Lakers to keep LeBron, as somebody who bleeds purple and gold, I now have to accept the fact that my opinion is the minority opinion. But one thing I don't hear anybody talking about is, why is he leaving? Like, have we figured that out yet?
Look, man, it's been pretty obvious the last 3 or 4 years that these sides have gotten sick of each other. They never intended to be together for 8 years. It's always been, I think, a mutually transactional relationship on both sides. They've kind of run out of transactions.
Yeah, well said. And so Richard Jefferson, who, of course, is now on the A team for ABC, ESPN.
Yep.
And Richard has a place in Southern California, but he's lived all over. So he brings kind of a natural perspective to this. He has a theory of why they broke up, and in his opinion, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to play this before we go to Sports Graffiti, because I want the fans to react, but I want you to react as well. In his opinion, the Lakers are going to regret this. Here's Richard.
There are Laker fans, and then there's Kobe fans.
Right.
There's LeBron fans, and then there's Laker fans. And that's where the clash, in my opinion. The Kobe fans wanted nothing to do with Bron being in L.A. wearing that purple and gold because Kobe was their guy. Laker fans were like, hey, but people were miserable the whole time because there was a comparison to Kobe, and that part they missed out on so much good basketball. Right. And the dude he literally kept the all-time leading scorer title in L.A. Kareem, that was one of the Lakers' big things. Kept it in L.A. And like, blah, blah, blah. It's been sad to watch, and I'm glad he's gone. And I promise you, L.A., y'all are in for an interesting 5 years.
Andy, what do you think?
How much longer were we expecting to do this with LeBron anyway? He's turning 42.
Yep.
Like, at some point, the Lakers were going to have to move on from LeBron anyway. They can't really, I think, fully pivot into it being Luka's team and Luka being the franchise face until it's really, truly his. Like, it's his own thing.
Right.
And both sides cannot emphasize this enough. We're ready to be done with each other.
Here's where, and I love RJ. I think he's great on the air. I think that, by the way, was on the Road Trippin' podcast that he does with Allie Clifton and Kendrick Perkins and Channing Frye. It's great. I'm a big Richard Jefferson fan.
So
Here's where I disagree with him. You don't know what the next 5 years are going to be like. You and me and everyone.
The next 5 years weren't going to include LeBron.
Right.
They think they were going to keep him until he's 47?
But to Richard's point that we're in for a long effing 5 years. Nobody, Andy. Nobody, not me, not you, not any of our friends in the NBA media picked the Knicks last year. Not one person I know. And the Knicks got hot. And by the way, when the Lakers were going 15-2 from the end of February through the end of March, everybody was saying, look out, that's the hot team. And then they got humbled and brought down to earth by Oklahoma City, and that was it. But you don't know what the next 5 years are going to be. Who's the next Knicks?
But here's the thing, though. This is what's wrong with Richard's argument to begin with. The one thing I do know about the next 5 years, they weren't going to include LeBron.
Right.
So to some degree, this is a straw man thing. Like, if he wants to talk about next year, okay, we'll see what happens next year. The next 5 years didn't involve LeBron anyway.
It seems to me that, yeah, the Lakers could take a step back. And I'm not being naive. I'm not sitting here and, like, last year they won 53 games. Can they win 53 again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
But could they win 50? Maybe. Might they win 45 or closer to 40? Maybe. We don't know what this team's going to look like until we see it play. But I'm encouraged by the Summer League group. I'm encouraged by Kessler. He's saying and doing all the right things. If he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be a huge asset. I think Austin Reeves we're never going to find out if he can be a star player until LeBron left. So we're going to get some answers. And you've been arguing 40 years that they should just rip off the Band-Aid. Nobody wanted to listen to you, but you've been arguing for what eventually happened long before most people were.
This was my thing. And, like, whether you liked having LeBron on this team, didn't like it to some degree, it's irrelevant. I'm talking about the way they clearly felt. For the last few years, they very clearly felt like, beyond whatever relationship with LeBron and the tension, they very clearly felt like the LeBron-AD thing had reached its limits and that there was nothing more they can do with it. Again,
see, my take on that was more Luka became available.
No, but even
I don't think they would have punted on AD during that season had Luka not become available.
Well, I know they wouldn't have, but it was very clear through their lack of investment in them any further. They weren't making aggressive moves to add to LeBron and AD. It's very clear they felt they had run up against the ceiling of what you can do with them. Again, agree or disagree doesn't even matter. My issue was, if you feel this way, move off it. Like, they spent a few years, I think, clearly not believing in it, but too afraid to do anything about it because they don't know what to do with themselves without superstars.
Right. And I'm actually maybe this is me seeing the world through purple and gold glasses. I'm actually excited about what's next.
I am too.
Had they brought LeBron back, we would have known, okay, we're playing the same game. Can we get over the hump this time? But now it's a world of possibilities. It may be worse, but it may be better. I think it's going to take some patience.
I think it's going to be different. They've made a lot of big bets, and this is the most Rob Pelinka vision, I guess, to Mark Walter vision that we've seen in years. We'll see if they're right.
Do you think they're done? Do you think like Kuminga's coming or somebody else is coming? I think they're done.
I only think they're done if they can't make another move. I think they want to make another move.
Right. But now answer the question. Are they done?
Probably.
Okay. I'm going to change subjects, you guys, but I found this super interesting. Nielsen, who is a rating service, they provide television ratings, radio ratings. They're a company that for 100 years has been in the ratings business. So they send out a thing called The Gauge, where they basically tell you how people are consuming television, okay? Like, for example, what percent, I mean, each one of you guys serious questions, what percentage of the time, so if you're doing a pie, we're doing a plain pie, Andy, what percentage of the time are you watching broadcast television? In other words, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, including when you watch NFL football, including when you watch World Cup soccer, one of the four major networks. Of the amount of time you watch television, what percentage of the time do you, Andy, watch traditional broadcast networks?
I would say it's maybe 30%, 100% of which is all sports.
Okay, so 30% for you.
Yeah.
Funch, how about you?
I say maybe 10%.
That
for
low.
news.
Brian,
and
what do you think?
sports.
Yeah, about 25. And to Andy's point, that 25 is all sports.
Okay. You guys all kind of hit it. I thought that number would be much higher because I watch so much sports. The answer is 19.9%, basically 20% on the number. Now, how much time, keeping in mind your 20% of your pie is gone, how much of your pie would go to cable? In other words, ESPN, MSNBC, Comedy Central, HBO, those types of things. Cable news channels where you go home, however you get cable at your house, you go home and watch a cable channel. What would you, Andy, for you, what's the number roughly?
I would say it's probably another 30-ish%.
Okay. Funch?
Probably 40 or 50%.
Brian?
Probably about 20%.
Brian, again, right on it. 22% of average Americans watch cable. How much streaming? In other words, Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus. How much does the average American now, when they're watching television, how much of their pie goes towards streaming, Andy?
Well, based on the numbers that you've given out, I'm going to say about 60%.
Okay. Funch?
I'd say about 40.
Brian?
Maybe a little higher, maybe like 75.
Believe it or not, I thought this number was very high. 47.6%.
I did the math wrong.
Half of the time people are watching television, they're streaming. I remember the first movie I ever streamed. It was the movie In and Out with Kevin Kline and Tom Selleck in the late 90s.
Fun movie.
And I watched it on Netflix. I thought, this streaming, if this works, if this technology works, could be really good. Can you believe that they're now up to 48% of the time people watch television, they're streaming? And by the way, the other thing that fills out the rest of it is other, just YouTube, whatever, 11%.
Well, that's actually what I was going to get at was the.
By the way, of the streaming, of the 48% streaming, this is interesting. The most watched streaming channel, YouTube, 13%, Netflix, 8%, Disney Plus, 5%, Amazon Prime, 4%, Roku, 3%, Tubi, 2%, Peacock, 2%, HBO Max, 1.5%. That surprised me. I watch HBO Max a lot because that's where The West Wing is, but it's on Netflix too, so I watch a little. What streaming service do you watch more than the other?
More than any other? Probably Max.
Funch, how about you?
Max or Hulu?
Definitely HBO Max.
Brian?
I think it kind of varies, but Peacock or Netflix.
So none of us said YouTube, and YouTube's number one.
Well,
so I think younger people watch YouTube.
I was going to say, some of this is kind of, I don't know, fluid or murky because what defines streaming or how, like, for example, a lot of FX's shows are on Hulu. So, like,
that counts as streaming.
Well, it counts
unless you watch it on cable when it's airing.
Right, but there may be some times where I might happen to catch it on FX. There might be other times where I happen to catch it on Hulu. It's kind of the same thing.
Right. All right, coming up next, icebreakers. Michael Funchess is in the Emily chair. His icebreakers are normally harder. We'll see what Funch comes up with. It's coming up next.
Today, all day long, ESPN Radio is going to be supporting the V Foundation. We know that these are challenging times for everyone, so if you are able, we hope that you will choose to join us today. Go to v.org/donate now. When you give to the V Foundation, 100% of the donation goes directly to research. That's v.org/donate.
All right, still no score between England and Argentina. They're in the 43rd minute. Icebreakers is next, ESPN LA.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Man, you're sweating again,
A little
huh?
bit.
Is this the thing again?
It might be you. Every time you walk in, I start sweating.
No, is this the thing that, like,
That's what it is. I don't know why. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you may meet a friend of mine that I work out with tomorrow.
I'm a little.
Yeah, my wrestler buddy may come up.
All right.
I want to bring him in to meet you.
You want me to wear a cup?
No, you'll be all right. You'll be all right, I think.
Why is that the first area you thought you were going to go for?
Well, he's going to reach down there. I want to be prepared.
Yeah. His name is The Epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he like Booger Sugar?
No.
Oh.
He may show up tomorrow. We're still kicking it around. If you, I'm a little nervous about it.
All right.
Yeah, you and him in the same room.
I'm not worried. Even if he attacks me, it's okay.
No, he's not going to attack you.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need the hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire, and check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy.
Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka. With no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers. Presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
All right, no producer Emily today. She's out, but Michael Funchess is in. He is pinch hitting. Funch's icebreakers are normally a little tougher. Funch, on a degree of difficulty, 1 to 10. What's this one today? In your
I'd
could be anywhere like from 5 to 6.
Okay.
Not that hard.
Not that hard. All right. What do you got?
All right. For 10 points, I was born in the great state of Texas.
Okay.
Okay. For 9 points, while playing football in high school, I sang choir.
Okay.
I also played a football player in a movie before.
Andy.
What?
Jamie Foxx.
Man.
Oh.
No.
Okay, Andy's out. Brian and I still
All
alive.
right. For 7 points, I'm a dedicated vegetarian.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. For 6 points, I was casted in the show Lost and left the role before filming to start a project with Michael Keaton, and I directed in that movie.
Now I'm off. I thought I had it, and now I'm off. Brian, nothing for you yet?
No, nothing yet.
Okay.
Okay, for 5 points, I made my debut on Broadway in 2016, but most recently I have starred in 3 Star Wars movies or series.
Now I have no idea who it is. Star Wars movies or series? Don't know it.
All right. For 4 points, I play a role in back-to-back Vietnam movies in Good Morning Vietnam and Platoon.
I know who it is now.
Good Morning Vietnam and Platoon. Still don't know it.
Still don't know.
3 points. For 3 points, I got nominated for an Oscar playing the role of a dictator.
I'm correct.
I am going to guess, because it's my birthday, that it's Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker!
I should have guessed earlier. By the way, Funch.
What?
Criminal for you not mentioning he played Charles Jefferson in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I did. I said for 9 points. For 8 points, I also played a football player in a movie before.
Okay, so that was your reference to it.
And I was thinking because Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx.
By the way, Idi Amin was the dictator he
Yeah,
played,
it was
right?
the movie Last
You
King
want to
of
know
Scotland.
for points too?
Yeah.
I share the same birthday as John Ireland and Laura Muma.
Yeah, that would have tipped it.
See, I thought it was Jamie Foxx because I know Foxx grew up in Texas and he was a really good football player as a high school guy.
But this is the most fact that, the most fun fact that I found about Forrest Whitaker. I was casted in the show Lost as, Sawyer. He was casted as Sawyer in Lost, left the role before filming to start a project with Michael Keaton and Katie Holmes' first daughter. He directed that movie.
That movie isn't terrible, by the way. that movie's not terrible. Icebreakers is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, the finest vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Check out Blue Ice's commemorative bottle celebrating USA's 250th birthday and the Blue Ice 25th anniversary. Just try Blue Ice. It's so good. It comes in 3 flavors. They have the traditional potato vodka. And my favorite's the Huckleberry. It's everybody who tries it. Loves it. So try Blue Ice. You can get it at Ralph's. You can get it anywhere you've got it. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste is everything. So, Andy, I can't decide if this, what I'm about to tell you, is unprofessional or brilliant. All right? Here's the story. A Brazilian soccer team this week released a player and announced it by posting a low-light reel of all the times this player screwed up. On one hand, I'm here for that. Petty, cold reality of pro sports. We can't keep this guy. He can't play defense. On the other hand, will other players hesitate to play for this team knowing they're going to be put on blast if they screw up? What do you think of this move?
I think it's a terrible idea. It's so
Fudge, I'm guessing you love this move.
Yeah, I do.
Well, okay. Do I think there's entertainment value in it for people? Like, yes.
Yes.
Do I think it is a good idea for the team? No. Like, they come off looking like a-holes. It's not necessary. And, yeah, it could make some players hesitant to play for them. If nothing else, it just speaks to we don't care that much about our players as people or anything.
Brian, what do you think of a low-light reel on the day? So you get fired from ESPN LA, and they release a low-light reel of all the screw-ups on the Mason Ireland show that they blame you for. Is that fair game or unnecessarily mean?
Fair game. I think it's all in good fun.
I don't think the guy who got cut thinks it's all in good fun.
By the way, Andy, the funny thing was they posted along with this, like, best of luck in your future. We'll miss you. And then a bunch of his lowlights.
Okay, they clearly will not miss him.
Obviously.
Like, they're not.
Or they don't think they're going to miss him.
Like, unless this guy, like, they was parting good ways and he'll think it's funny, like, they know he will find this funny.
So I'm trying, that's the road not traveled. Like, guys you gave up on too early are interesting. Like, for the Dodgers, the easy one is Pedro Martinez. Yep. They traded him for Delino DeShields, a trade that Mason and I had Fred Claire on that day, and we're celebrating Fred for making that trade. We thought that Delino DeShields is the everyday second baseman for Pedro Martinez, who at the time was the lesser of the Martinez brothers, was great, and Pedro turned out to be one of the great players of all time. For the Lakers, is there one worse than Caruso?
That they gave up on too
early? Like, gave up on, and he went to another team and became gigantic.
Caruso is one of the worst off the top of my head because you already knew it was there. Mm-hmm. It's not like they didn't predict it correctly.
Right.
It was in front of him. He started the final game of a finals clinching, game 6 of a finals clinching match. Like, it's getting words. Like, it was right there.
Yeah, there may be a more high-profile one. I just can't think of it. I'm trying to think of, like Raiders is easy. It's Randy Moss. He had one bad year with the Raiders, and they gave up on him, and then he went to New England and hooked up with Tom Brady and became, like, the biggest weapon in the NFL. Rams is, I don't know. Rams kind of did it in reverse. They gave up on Eric Dickerson too early, but then they fixed it by going out and trading Edgerrin James for Marshall Faulk and got Marshall Faulk, and he turned out to be an unbelievable player.
Yeah.
But it is like every team somewhere in, like I was looking at Yordan Alvarez last night. That was one of the few times Andrew Friedman has ever missed. They had Yordan Alvarez, and they traded him for an outfielder who's no longer around anymore.
Well,
but most of the time, Friedman if you're making a trade with Andrew Friedman, hang up because he's probably going to take you. It's like Sam Presti. He's probably going to take you.
Yeah, I mean, look, none of these guys hit on 100%. Like, and a lot of this, too, is circumstances. Like, you may have a better opportunity in front of you in another place, or you may be alongside players that allow you to do your best thing. Caruso, though, was just so criminal because, again, there was no prediction required. You saw it. And then on top of it, what makes it worse, they made the wrong prediction with THT.
Well,
they didn't even have to choose between them. They could have kept them both.
Right. The story I heard is that Clutch was very involved. You know, they had AD and LeBron at that time, and they really, really wanted Kendrick Nunn on the Lakers. And they tried to sell Rob that Kendrick Nunn was a better option than Alex Caruso. And Nunn had shown flashes, but he never played for the Lakers, never worked out. Caruso has, of course, gone on to win rings other places. He's still having a great career. But to your point, every team has skeletons, every single one.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of trying to minimize them. And that was one that got away.
You know a good one in the chat right now? From Mr. Alvizi?
Yeah.
We won anyway, but gave up on Eddie Jones way too early for Glenn Rice. I'm telling you, Eddie Jones, and this was what, 30-something years ago?
It was in the late 90s,
right.
I think. Yeah.
And, obviously things worked out for the Lakers afterwards. Eddie Jones is still the guy that will get Laker fans in their feelings. He remains incredibly popular among Laker fans, still, to this day.
Okay, coming up next is Sports Graffiti. We have been all over the map. We have talked about the World Cup. We've talked about the Dodgers. We've talked about the Lakers. Richard Jefferson had some choice words for Laker fans. We've talked about daylight savings time. We have talked about the one that got away. You can talk about any of those things or go completely off the board if you want. Open the phones, Funch. 877-710-3776. 877-710-3776. And by the way, I had somebody in the YouTube chat say, hey, Ireland, quit giving the score in the World Cup game. Wrong show. We're going to give it. We're going to give it. We're going to constantly update it. If you don't want to know the score of the World game, just take the day off. because we're going to give the score.
Or don't listen to us. Like, if you need to be kept in suspense that much, go to
this is my warning to those of you who don't want to know the score of the World Cup game. We're going to give it in real time. A lot of our fans, especially interested in it, and a lot of our fans, they'll watch the replay tonight, but they want to know the score and they want to know what's happening. So that's what we've decided to do. Your phone call's next, 877-710-3776. Andy in for Mace. Funch in for Emily. Mason in Ireland, ESPN LA. Oh, I get to talk about doing a happy dance and sucking on the tap. It's my birthday, and I do this even when it's not my birthday. That's because I have a Life Source whole house water system. So does Chris Morales. The reason both Morales and I went to this is it changes your life overnight. Think of all the things you use water for. Drinking, cooking, showering, washing. It's all better once you get a Life Source home water system. And here's how you get one. 800-WATER-99. That's the number for the California factory for Life Source water. 800-WATER-99. Or you can visit lifesourcewater.com. The best part about this thing is no maintenance. There's no filters you got to change, no salt bags. They don't have to come out to your house. Once they put it in, it's in, and you go on with your life. 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Do the happy dance. Suck on that tap. Get yourself a Life Source home water system. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
On this day in 1997, Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear.
Oh, yeah.
On the third round of their heavyweight rematch.
I was there that night.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Let me tell you something. Hey, Berg, you'll love this. Here comes a reference. Me and JT the Brick were there that night.
That guy, he wasn't. Chris isn't here, Dave.
I know, but
we don't need it.
That's who I was there with that night. And I never forget, man. He bit that ear off, and we ran back to the media outlet center behind wherever was it? Maybe MGM Grand Garden. Does that sound right?
Probably.
And we couldn't wait to hear what was going to happen afterwards. So yeah, 1997.
What did it sound like, Cap? No, I mean, what did he say?
Oh, that part. That was the aftermath.
You thought the biting of the ear?
Right. The biting of the ear, it sounded like this, Lindsay.
Ew.
Yeah.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Drive away in a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon this summer, thanks to Pechanga Resort Casino. Pechanga is giving away a brand new Mercedes-Benz G580E or $100,000 cash every Saturday this July, plus thousands in Easy Play. Play with your Pechanga Rewards card to earn entries all month long, then be at Pechanga every Saturday night in July to activate your entries. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. Must be present to win. Visit Pechanga.com for complete details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID to participate.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Is there any better match than soccer and pizza? Our friends at Pizza Hut have 2 winning deals all summer long. Need a quick carryout before kickoff? Grab a large 1-topping pizza for just $9.99. Want more toppings or delivery? Get a large 3-topping pizza for only $12.99, available for delivery or carryout. So whether you're watching every minute or just tuning in for the big moments, Pizza Hut is the winning move this summer of soccer. Order today on the Pizza Hut app or go to pizzahut.com.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason in Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas.
877-710-ESPN.
That's right, that number is back. It's not a mistake. Big voice guy, do it one more time.
877-710-ESPN.
You get to talk to Mason in Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason in Ireland.
Rick Vega, I'm the reigning champ of the Mason Ireland Poker Invitational.
Gregory Mendez, Port Hueneme, California.
Why do you love Mason Ireland?
Why I love them? Because they're there every day for me. They're consistently giving out some funny takes, being goofy, and to be honest, we need it in a time like this, so I love it.
Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today. Andy Kamenetzky pinch hitting for him. Funchess is here. Brian Cohen's here. They're in a battle in this World Cup semifinal. It's halftime. 0-0. for the last spot in the final between Argentina and England.
God save the king.
God save the king?
Yeah, King Charles.
King Charles doesn't even like football. Go Messi. All right. Every line, Andy, is jammed. Every single one of them. We start with Al in L.A. Hey, Al, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon, John and AK.
Good afternoon, Al.
I just wanted to talk about the Lakers real quick. I think you're right, John, that no one knows how good or not good they're going to be this coming season. But me personally, I think that they're going to take a small step back this coming season. But the year 27, 28 is where they're going to come through. If Kessler pops and Austin, plays to the level of his contract, I think they'll be really good. And if Carr and Thiero, if they pop, I think the Lakers be right there. But I think this coming season, they're going to be battling for the sixth seed or play-in. But it's a year 27, 28. Look out, but that's when the Lakers are coming.
Thank you, Al, for that call. Andy, I think that's a really interesting call because the Lakers would never admit it, that they're going to take a step back to go forward. But he might be right. They may take a step back this year. I don't know. I'm obviously, I root for them every game. My job's more fun when they win. I'm rooting, and I don't want to see anybody getting fired. But if they did struggle, if they had a 40-win year instead of a 50-win year, would Laker fans, and you talk to more Laker fans than anybody I know, would Laker fans put up with that, or would they be out there with pitchforks?
Well, Laker fans always expect excellence. I don't think, though, they will necessarily be upset that they took a step back for whatever reasons it involves LeBron being gone. I think Laker fans were willing to accept a step back with LeBron being gone, but they still expect the team to be good anyway. Most Laker fans I've been talking with, I think, seem excited about this new roster,
me too.
but they don't quite know what to make of it.
Here is LG in Mission Viejo. Hi, LG. You're on Sports Graffiti.
Hi, John. Hi, guys. Look, a couple of things. Look, first of all, get off the hating of LeBron James. I am so sick and tired of it. This man helped us win a championship. That's one thing. Second of all, the Lakers are going to be okay. I really believe these recent transactions are going to be amazing. I love Cameron Carr. Oh, my goodness. He reminds me a little bit of Michael with his jump shot. And lastly, let us get off this Kuminga thing. I'm so sick of this. Kuminga it will be a great upgrade. Yes, pick up Bruce Brown or either that or pick up Seibel. We're going to be okay. We're going to be better than okay. I have believed. And these guys have familiarity with each other. That's my thoughts, guys. Thank you for
All right, thank you, LG. Andy, I disagree with LG in this one thing. If Kuminga wants to come here, you take it. Because at this point in the game, he's a young 23-year-old, hopefully ascending player. And if he's not, it would be a short-term. I would welcome Kuminga if he wants to come.
It wouldn't necessarily be short-term.
3 years.
3 years. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not insignificant. Obviously, there could be guarantees and things like that.
Right.
If there is a more proven option out there, like in their prime, the Lakers have been linked to P.J. Washington. I don't know how available Washington truly is.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I would like him even better than Kuminga. And Peyton Watson, I think I would like better than Kuminga.
They're not going to get Peyton Watson.
Right. So I think Kuminga's the most viable option, maybe. But I don't think they're getting him. I just think if they get anybody, don't you think he'd be, if you put a percentage chance on it, he'd be the highest number?
I think if you had to take Kuminga versus the field, I'd probably take Kuminga. But
isn't the field closed because now they're at 15?
Well, I mean, it'd be a trade for whoever. I mean, It would always end up a trade.
Yeah. Patrick in Glendora. Hey, Patrick, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. I have 2 quick points, and I have a trivia question, basketball related, if interested. But regarding the World Cup, before it came, I was not even a fan, not even close. And now I see all the hype. I see the fans. I see some of the games. I've listened. And I'm here to announce I am still not a fan. Give me the 4 big sports in North America, and that can go away. Secondly, LeBron. I have so much LeBron fatigue, and I think a lot of the fans here, yes, he's a great player, one of the top 2. But I wish him well. I don't want to hear talking about it too much anymore. But I have a trivia question if you want.
Yeah, lay it on us.
Okay, maybe Andy can guess it first because John might get it. But since the 40s, there's only been 2 decades that the Lakers haven't won a championship since the 40s. Can you name those decades?
Well, one's the 90s. And the other would be, I guess, the 50s?
No, I think it would be the aughts. The 2011 up until 2019.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is that the answer?
Well, what does 2010 count as?
Patrick, does the 2020 title count as an aughts or the 2020?
Same with 2010 too.
But they also won.
2020 counts. You got the 90s. How about the 60s when the Celtics dominated? That's the two.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's not a bad question. Thank you. But that's the semantics of it is 2010. Either 2010 or 2020 has to count. They can't both not count.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Here's Josh in Glendale. Hey, Josh, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon,
Good
fellas.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
John Ireland, you and I were born on exactly the same day. And I've been wanting to wish you a happy birthday.
Really?
Been listening for years, and you're always off on your birthday.
I traditionally am.
So here you are.
Yeah, so you know what's funny?
Yes, you are. So I have a quick little easy birthday riddle for you.
Okay.
Since you and I were born on the exact same day, I bet you're older. How can that be?
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. So we were born on the same day, but I bet you're older. How can that be? Were you born extremely late on that day? Were you born like right before midnight?
You got me.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of.
10:55 p.m.
I've never asked my mom what time of day I was born. I don't know the answer to that question. Matter of fact, I'm going to text her.
I know, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you? Thanks for that, and happy birthday. Do you know the answer to that? What time of day you were born?
No, but I know when my daughter was born. I can give the exact time for when she was born.
Yeah.
But me, I have no idea.
But isn't that weird? I would think that in 60-plus years of life, I would know the answer to that. Obviously, my mom would know. Here's Nathan in Upland. Hey, Nathan, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, John? How you doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
All right, so I'm doing great, man. So I have two things. One, the first thing about the Lakers, I think that a lot of Laker fans, including me, I'm a diehard Laker fan. I was watching Robert Horry hit that three against the Kings by myself when I was in the backyard full of kids. So the thing about it is that I think the Laker fans are trying to catch on and starting to realize that the rest of the league is moving this way, and we kind of need to do. And also about the soccer, what was that?
I just think Andy made that point earlier that everybody else is getting younger and more athletic. Eventually, the Lakers were going to have to whip up the Band-Aid and go there.
How much longer could they do this with LeBron anyway? Like, the end was nigh, whether it was this coming off season or this season or whatever. You're only doing this so much longer.
What was your other point?
The other point was about FIFA, the World Cup. All the games were really exciting, obviously, but I feel like American sports usually get exciting towards the final. And I feel like a lot of these finals and these late games have been kind of boring. Yesterday's game was boring. Today's kind of the same. But I feel like Americans might not have the patience for the sport, and it might not grow as much as they think it will.
Well, that's been the problem all year. But, Andy, I've been shocked at how well our country has hosted this event. When they picked North America to host the World Cup, I said, what a waste. We don't care about soccer the way other countries do. And it's been the opposite. Every game sold out. The get-in price today, the get-in price in Atlanta, over $2,800 to sit in the worst seat in the house. The country has embraced this World Cup like no other.
Well, America is very good at doing events. We are, I think, very conscious as a country and as a culture of wanting to look the best in any type of public setting. And for what it's worth also, because Mexico has hosted some, Mexico is excellent in the tourism industry, so they know how to welcome people.
Okay, we've got a bunch of people still on hold. Let's do a second round punch of Sports Graffiti. Well, you guys, it's my birthday. I get to do whatever I want. All right, still 0-0 in the 50th minute between England and Argentina. 0-0 in the 50th minute. But we'll reopen the phones if you want to do one more segment of Sports Graffiti. 877-710-3776. If you're on hold, stay there. We'll get right to you. 877-710-3776. Andy in for Mason in Ireland, ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. Have you become a part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew? Well, if you haven't, why haven't you? The Blue Review presented by LAX. Each weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. with me, Gregory Arthur Bergman, thanks, Cappy, and Marcus Grant. We're talking Dodgers baseball first thing in your day and getting you warmed up for the Sedano and Cap morning show. The Blue Review on our ESPN LA YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Weekdays at 6:30 a.m. Live and always on demand. Your home for real Dodgers talk, ESPN LA.
Men, your health is the real MVP. Providence reminds you that many of the top health risks men face can go unnoticed. But annual checkups, screenings, and knowing your numbers can make all the difference. From staying active and eating well to prioritizing sleep and mental wellness, small steps can have a big impact. Providence brings together the best minds in men's health, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate care. Take control of your health like I did. Learn more at providence.org. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, California. The Cup is down to its final matches. One trophy, one champion. DraftKings has you covered for every single one. The DraftKings app is now live in California. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage, in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers. Sign up with code LA710. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code LA710 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim. Issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. For terms, go to dkng.co/predictions promo.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Today, it's Andy Kamenetzky in Ireland, and we're rolling on with some bonus sports graffiti and a goal. England got a goal. In the 54th minute. We'll see if it holds up because we got to do that stupid VAR dance. But England has scored a goal to go up 1-0 in the 54th minute. We'll see if it holds.
This Saturday, July 18th, join Sue Cravens, Chris Morales, and Greg Bergman for a live broadcast, 1 p.m., the Wild Fork Matchday Food Fest in Long Beach. The first 400 guests score a free Wild Fork gift card. That's a great gift. Saturday, July 18th, 1 p.m., admission free. RSVP at espnla.com and click on the Wild Fork Long Beach Matchday Food Fest tile.
Spectacular goal, Andy, and it's going to count. And I just made the comment to Andy during the commercial. Boy, England's a lot of white shirts. England's wearing white shirts. A lot of white shirts standing around. And they were just waiting. They were holding their powder because they got out on a fast break, and they scored a perfect cross and a perfect goal. It's going to count. England's up 1-0, and we're in the 55th minute. We'll keep you posted on that. But if England wins, they're in the final on Sunday against Spain at the Meadowlands. Here is Brandon in Detroit. Hey, Brandon, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Happy birthday, John.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I wanted to say this. I'm about to be 40 this year, and growing up in Detroit, even though I live in L.A. now, I grew up in Detroit, and I grew up a Laker fan all my life. Eddie Jones was my first favorite player. And I wanted to say, because of you and Mason, y'all kept me informed with the radio show across the country, so I was always stay up to date with my Lakers.
Oh, that's very nice
And
of you, man. I'm glad
in,
we could do that for you.
Yeah, and I wanted to come in with this point, is that growing up as a Laker fan, through the three-peats, through the Derek Fisher shot, all of the Kobe moments, all the big moments, when it was announced that LeBron wasn't coming back, was probably one of my top 3 favorite moments ever as a Laker fan.
Brandon, what's funny about that, can you put it into words why? Why are you so – I understand people like Andy who've been saying for a couple of years the Lakers really are stuck in the mud. They need to move on. But you, Andy, you didn't have any venom towards LeBron. Brandon, it sounds like you do. It sounds like you want – you're like Travis, Andy. Brandon. Don't let the door hit LeBron on the way out. Why do you feel that way?
I didn't want him to come in the first place. And it is not a logical reason. That's why people that don't understand it has nothing to do with logic. It has nothing to do with basketball. It's just plain Kobe versus LeBron. That's it. Okay. I'm a Kobe guy.
Okay.
And for people like me, we pin Kobe and LeBron against each other. And so at that point, if you call LeBron the greatest, we against you.
Okay.
So that's what it is. That's all it is.
All right. Thank you, Brandon, for the phone call. Appreciate it. And appreciate you following us from Michigan. Matthew in Covina. Hey, Matthew, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for the fine, gentlemen.
Sure.
So I was listening to Bill Simmons a couple days ago, and he brought up a point, and I wanted your opinion about what he stated. So the context of the convo was about the second apron, and Bill made the comment that it's unfair that billionaire owners negotiate against millionaires, the players, whenever there's a collective bargaining agreement that needs to be negotiated. So my question to you two is, do you think that the players should get another billionaire or a collective of billionaires to negotiate on their side as well, so that way the deal is a little more fair?
I don't know if having a billionaire negotiate would make a difference. The owners are holding the cards because they get to own in perpetuity, Andy, and the players have a short shelf life. One thing, though, and I'm glad you called, Matthew, one thing that is kind of bothering me is this trend now. Wemby did it this week. Austin Reeves did it this week. Jalen Brunson did it last year, where the star player takes less than he's worth or less than he was being offered in order to make money, give the team money to – I think that needs to be negotiated out. My feeling is maybe each team has one spot on the roster that doesn't count against the cap for one elite player. And then guys like Wemby don't have to take less money. Would that work, or am I just talking out of my you-know-what?
No. I mean, I think there can be ways that you could adjust this. Like maybe if a player's been with you for a certain amount of years, their money only counts X amount against the cap as opposed to 100%. The problem beyond the fact that the owners are looking for ways to avoid spending if they can, Adam Silver wants player movement, because he thinks it generates headlines and attention, which actually is correct, but also because he really wants parity, like hardcore parity. There, I actually disagree with him. I don't think it's actually good for the league to keep breaking up teams and players.
Yeah, I don't either. Here is Coach Andrew in West Covina. Hey, Coach Andrew, you're on Sports Graffiti.
Hey, John, again, thanks for taking my call. What's up, Andy?
Hey.
Two quick things. John, first of all, obviously, happy birthday, bud.
Thank you, man.
We send our best wishes. Again, last thing, I called Monday, And I guess we're starting a new tradition here where I call before a big game. This is West Covina American Little League again. We're going back up against Glendora and the championship.
Wait a minute. So
Hopefully,
did when you called the other day, they had a game that night, so they must have won that game, right?
Yes, sir. We won. We won, 9-1, which was a great game. Like I said, it was 1A, 1B. My boy got a double down third base line.
There you go.
Started a rally and never took off from there. So we plan to bring it home like you told him to. Bring it home today.
All right, Andrew. I'm sending all of my Irish luck your way. I hope they win it. Here is Noah in Studio City. Hey, Noah, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
All right. What an honor, guys. I just want to preface this by saying, look, I love Austin Reeves. I love him as a person. I really like him as a basketball player. His story's incredible. It's inspiring to everybody. But from a Lakers standpoint, I really think this, and I'm not being hyperbolic, I think this could be catastrophic because you're paying him now not just all-star money, but you're virtually paying him all NBA money, and he's a guy that's never sniffed an all-star game. And if you look at, like, the top 4, 5, 6 teams in the league, they all have a 1A and a 1B. Look at the Knicks. Not one of those teams, I guarantee you, would trade their 1B for Austin Reeves. And you're basically saying now that you think you can make a championship team with Austin Reeves as your second best guy. And I'm going to say this right now, put this in a vault. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter who they surround them with.
Noah, can I come back at you a little bit here? I got a couple of questions for you. Austin is the 11th highest paid guard in the NBA with this new contract. There are 10 other guards that make more money than he does. Isn't that about right? I know it's a lot of money. It's over-the-top money. But isn't that about right for him, the 11th highest paid guard, do you think?
No, I think you could look at you're basically talking about a third of the league. You're talking about 1 out of every 3 teams has a guy as good as Austin Reeves. No, I definitely think if you looked at every other guard and every other team, I could for sure find 11 guys that I would take in front of him. But even if that's the case, you can't it's a kind of skewed way to look at it because the money changes, and we know that, and some of those guys are going to get paid more next time around.
Right.
But I'm just saying from that 1A, 1B standpoint, he's just not even in the same category. Like if you look at the Knicks, if you look at the
who do you consider 1B at the Knicks?
Well, it's Karl Anthony Towns.
See, I think it's OG Anunoby. I think they would trade Towns.
Well, that makes my point even that makes my point even stronger. They've got 2 guys that they wouldn't even think of trading for Austin Reeves.
Fair. Well,
not to mention Jalen Brunson, their best guy.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see if you're right. I hope you're not. But I understand that sentiment, Andy. I mean, Austin has never been an all-star. I think had he not got hurt, he might have flirted with it this year.
Probably would have made it last season. But my concern, and again, I think Austin is a really good player. I have a lot of concerns, though, about that much money invested in Luka and Austin, who I think are very similar players
and
in strength and weakness.
Neither one of them elite defenders.
Right. And generally speaking, I think your championship level teams, your first and second best players should do things that the other don't do. That's not the case with Luka and Austin.
Can I make the argument, or would you laugh me out of the room, that Luka actually is a willing defender who has improved on defense?
I wouldn't laugh. I think he's better than his reputation.
Yeah, I do too.
But he's not a plus.
He's never going to be an all-defense player. I give you that. But I don't think he is the sieve that people make him up to be.
I think in certain aspects he is a fine defender.
Freddie in Century City. Hey, Freddie, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, just to add to that, that'll be a tradable contract, Austin Reeves. Another player I thought the Lakers gave up on is Zubac.
Yeah.
They gave up on him too early.
You mean you wouldn't have traded him for Mike Muscala? Well, there's actually a little bit of a backstory to that, Freddie. They knew they could not pay Zoo because they thought they were getting Anthony Davis. So that's the story behind the story. They traded Zoo. I just think, Andy, you could have got more than just Mike Muscala.
If that's the logic, fine. Do better. Do better than that trade.
Right. But I think it was at the end of the year, right before the trade deadline. They were looking for a shooter. They shopped around. That was the best they got offered.
Deal with it in the offseason. Like, do a sign-and trade. Don't make a bad trade just because you think AD's coming.
Probably not the highlight of Magic's executive career. All right, question for you. Is there a difference between women in L.A. versus women in Texas? You think?
That feels like a loaded question.
Well, one NFL QB says there's a huge difference, and we'll explain next. Andy Kamenetzky in for Mace. I'm John Ireland, ESPN LA.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Do you have a king bed or just two queens when you stay there?
Well, we don't stay in the same room.
Oh, I thought you stayed in the same room.
No.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA. Can you imagine?
In the past, we've had a king bed, just for your information.
Okay, hold on. Just don't lie. You've never shared a room at the East Central?
Not at the East Central. We shared one at Yamava once. Yeah, and this was when I was very heavy still, and I snored incredibly loud. Right. This was pre-heart failure. Yeah. And he was like, he literally put a pillow over my face. And when I woke up, I was like, whoa, we getting into this? And he's like, no, you're just snoring. You fat scumbag.
Kevin, you didn't think for a second about like keeping the pillow there, right? I mean, that would have been a dark thought.
I mean, it occurred to me. You know.
So you did. Okay.
But you know what I did? Because they have a beautiful gym out there, I went there and I got a little pump in before we got on the air the next morning.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Dive in Saturdays at Oasis Pool. It's just like going to the movies, except the floor's a lot wetter. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
SoCal's best outdoor movie theater. Dive in movie night at Oasis Pool every Saturday.
Number 2.
The biggest soccer watch party of the year is at Sideline Sports Bar the 19th. Meet the players from Ave Alta.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Chevy Silverado truck the 26th.
Morongo. Good times.
Hey, LA, it's Bethel Duran, and let me tell you about the summer deals that are sizzling right now at Northridge and Wonders Toyota. How about a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $259 a month for 36 months plus tax? $259 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma? It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $49.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required on approved credit. Tax, title, license are extra. Excludes dealer dock fee of $80. Offer ends 7/31/2026.
Hey, sports fans, it's Sua Cravens, and I want to tell you about my newest and favorite place, Wild Fork Foods Meat and Seafood Market.
I have 11 locations from LA to OC to Encinitas to choose from and to shop.
And they have the largest selection of everyday proteins, sides, over 400 types of grinds, and of course, a large selection of exotic meats and seafood. The largest variety in one meat and seafood market. Amazing prices and products from all over the world. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, quality meat, wild prices.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Mason and Ireland.
They say nobody loses like
sneaky
Steve
bastard.
Mason.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it pays to be a loser, people.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
If you're a loser, it pays.
Back to the guys.
This is off of the John Ireland playlist. Andy and I both love the Police. Andy Kamenetzky's in for Mace.
It's also part of a classic scene in 48 Hours where Eddie Murphy's singing this in his jail cell.
Right. So when I went to Italy recently, Lisa got us into some super fancy hotel. It was like as nice as you can imagine. and they had a band, a really good band, playing at a big 4th of July celebration where everybody was dressed up and it was super fancy. And so I'm talking to the guys at the hotel, and I go, wow, this place is perfect for a party. It's right on Lake Como. The fireworks look great, everything out. He goes, well, can you come back in August? I go, I'm not coming back here for 20 years, if then. I go, I've drank too much, I've ate too much, I've spent too much. And he goes, well, if you want to come back in August, on that stage will be Sting.
Oh.
So they got him to play a private concert at this fancy hotel in Italy for only 500 people. And I actually, Andy, thought about changing my answer on the spot. I said,
I would have considered
that
it.
might be worth it.
I would have gone to my bank account. I would have gone to like my portfolio, checked how I'm doing. You got to at least think about it.
I have heard from Myrna, Ireland, my mother. I asked this question. Weird question. What time of day was I born? Morning, afternoon, night. You were born in the morning. That's all she gave me. So my son was, Lisa's water broke at 6 o'clock in the morning, but then he wasn't born until 4 in the afternoon. But so ask your mom next time you talk to her what time you were born.
Okay, I will.
All right, so I asked you a loaded question. I said, when is there a difference between women in Los Angeles and women in Texas? Now, C.J. Stroud, the quarterback of the Texans, is uniquely qualified to answer this because he grew up in Southern California, in Rancho Cucamonga, but now he lives in Houston, and he has very strong feelings about this. I'm going to play this, and I'll let you guys react.
You know what's crazy, bro? It's not even close. Yeah, hold on.
I'm interested.
Like, it's not even close.
It's not close?
No.
So what's the separation here?
L.A., bro. Not even close, bro. I love Houston. But
that's crazy. It's not even close?
It's not close, bro.
I want to apologize to all of my sisters from Houston, Texas, bro, on behalf.
And I can't go into detail for real. I don't want to. I want to do that.
Yeah.
But
you don't have to.
Long
you
story
said what
short,
you said, bro.
Like, you know, like being a California kid, you have pride about that. Like,
right.
You respect the hustle and the grind. You see the women
go
through where we're from. Yeah. I love Houston. Houston women are great, but for me, LA, bro, like, you can get a little bit of everything, bro. Out here, like, yeah, they got some varieties, but you can go to the Valley, you can go to IE, you can go to LA, you can go to San Diego, you can go to Oakland. Like, it's so many spots you can hit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about women, just vibes in general.
Just vibes.
And one thing about LA girls, like, they real bougie. Houston girls are fake bougie. They don't know how to be bougie.
That's a thing.
You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, Michael Funches. What is the difference between real bougie and fake bougie?
Real bougie is a person that really knows the finer things in life.
Okay.
The fake bougie is a person that probably thinks they know what the finer things in life are, but they're not.
Okay.
Is it a difference between old money versus new money?
It could be. I mean, old money obviously wins out, but, new money doesn't know what is, what to spend it on, right?
I lived right outside of Houston. My second stop in TV news was in Beaumont, Texas. And my girlfriend in there was from Texas, and she was great. I have zero issue with any women in Texas, but C.J. Stroud probably meets more women than I did. He's the quarterback of the Texans.
You think, John?
But it seemed to me that he's being a little unfair to the women of Texas, Andy. No?
Well, look, my wife is born and raised in Texas, and I happen to think she's very pretty.
What part of Texas?
McAllen, which is like a border town.
Okay.
There's like
south or north?
Very south. It's
okay.
like literally there is a bridge to Mexico near McAllen.
Okay. It appeared to me that C.J. Stroud's being a little unfair, but who knows?
Well, here's a distinction that he did make, which I think could explain things in a way that's fair. When he talked about the grind that L.A. women go through, I believe what he's referring to is if you are in L.A. as a woman, there are, not all, obviously, but there are women who come here to either be a movie star or a model or some type of celebrity, and women get judged pretty harshly on their looks for this stuff.
Right.
Therefore, there is a lot of maintenance and scrutiny and thick skin that is required for a woman in particular, L.A., that may not be there for Houston.
Mason, who has a unique perspective on this because he grew up in Ohio, and he's gay, so he doesn't play favorites with the women. He has a theory, and I think he's probably right, that for the most part, the best-looking girl at every high school in America ends up in L.A.
It's not
because
a terrible theory.
because they're told all the time that they should be in the movies, that they should be on TV, that they should be in modeling, and they come out to L.A. and they're blown away by all the attention they get, so to speak, when they come out here, and that changes things. But
I mean, off the top of my head, I know one girl that I didn't go to high school with her, but she went to a different high school of mine. We had a lot of mutual friends, and she is pretty, and she did eventually come to L.A. and did get some acting work and stuff like that. So in that sense, Mason's theory holds.
So maybe not. Okay, so I know that we're talking a lot about LeBron, which Laker fans don't particularly like. They want to move on. We get it. But I thought it would be interesting to see, as LeBron is being recruited, what the pitches are. Like if and from what we're being told by Shams and by McMenamin and by everybody reporting on this story, is that it's not so much the teams that are doing the recruiting, it's the players. Like Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid and Jaylen Brown have been calling LeBron. And up in Golden State, Draymond Green and Steph Curry have been calling LeBron. So it's Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball. They've all been calling LeBron.
Well, apparently, though, there is like the open voicemail line that Rich Paul monitors, and that's where some of the execs can weigh in with their pitch. And Josh Harris did go on the pod. I forgot the name of Rich Paul's podcast.
Are you sure it wasn't Bob Myers?
Excuse me, Bob Myers.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's Bob Myers went on that show to pitch the Sixers as well. So, I mean, there have been some execs weighing in.
So Steph Curry was on Good Morning America this morning, and he was on there to promote some other stuff. But while he was there, the host, one of which was Michael Strahan, asked Steph, tell me when you call LeBron and pitch him, what is the pitch? And Steph answered him. Here's what he said.
The Bay, we know how to win. It's beautiful weather, great golf. I know he's into that. But like you said, the USA experience that we had, the battles that we had over the years. We just know how to play basketball, and I think that he would enjoy, just the idea of what it means to finish your career the right way.
All right. By the way, finish your career the right way. Is that a shot at the Lakers?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Could be construed.
It's perhaps
Steph's really not that guy. But.
Well, it's perhaps a shot at the Lakers. It's definitely, though, playing up the Warriors. It is much more positive for the Warriors than negative towards the Lakers. What all of this is, though, John, I think it's important to acknowledge this. This is all fodder for the documentary. Like all of this, the pitching process, I would be stunned if this stuff is not all included in part of this documentary that we have heard that LeBron is making.
Oh, he's making it.
Right. So this is all part of it. And while I don't think it is the number one reason LeBron left the Lakers, I think LeBron left the Lakers because he just wasn't happy here anymore. I don't think it's a non-zero percent piece of this that, you know what, staying with the Lakers, not that much zazz for this documentary. Not that interesting.
Yeah, changing up at the last minute is. Where do you think, if you had to bet the Kamenetzky fortune on where he goes?
All of that, John.
Yeah, on where he goes. What? Don't even put percentage. Pick one team. Where would you bet?
Cleveland.
I was that way until 2 days ago. In my own head, Golden State has passed him. I think the idea of him being an hour flight from San Francisco, playing for that ownership group, I know Mike Dunleavy a little bit. I know Steve Kerr a little bit. Kerr's coached him in the Olympics. He loves Steph. He loves Draymond. This Yaxel out of Michigan, this rookie they have, is going to be really good. I just have I think it's a coin flip, Andy. I think it's 50-50. I've slightly been nudged towards the Warriors, but you could be 100%
Well, here's why I keep going back and forth. Because, again, I really do think this documentary is playing a role in the decision, pun unintended. Cleveland is the final destination that brings the story first, like full circle.
Right.
So from a narrative perspective, it makes the most sense. Golden State, though, from a content perspective and something brand new for people to watch, that makes sense. Just in terms of planning the documentary and like planning this last chapter that people will pay the most attention to, like new and different. So that's where I go back and forth on those options.
All right, Fast Track coming up at the top of the hour. Coming up next, Adam Silver met with the media yesterday. He thought he was doing it to announce Mickey Arison, the owner of the Heat, being the new head of the NBA Board of Governors. Of course, most of the questions he got were about Kawhi, and we'll get into that next. ESPN LA.
Join us for the World Cup final this Sunday, July 19th, noon at Rock and Brews in Buena Park. Greg Bergman will be there with the Milagro Margarita Mobile celebrating the summer of soccer. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila, please enjoy responsibly.
All right, you know that Mason and I are friends with Jacob Imrani. Jacob comes in here fairly often to play games. I don't think he's coming in today. I think he's still on vacation. But if you get into any type of legal situation, no matter what it is, car accident, pedestrian accident, you're riding in an Uber. Jacob helped out the chemical spill victims down in Orange County a couple months ago. Jacob handles all that stuff. And here's how you get a hold of him. 800-345-6789. Those are the law offices of Jacob Imrani. 800-345-6789. Jacob is not only friends of ours, but he's honest and he backs it up. You need no other evidence than this. When you call, you get a free consultation, a no-obligation case review, and here's the big thing. There is no fee unless he wins. That's confidence. That's peace of mind. You don't pay Jacob Imrani unless he wins your case. And he's not taking your case unless he can win it. So don't mess around. Call Jacob. 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789 or visit calljacob.com. The law offices of Jacob Imrani.
The second half of the MLS season is here, and it starts with the biggest rivalry in the league.
Expect the unexpected, throw the records out, whatever you want to talk about with this match, it fits.
Friday night, LAFC heads to Carson to battle the Galaxy in another battle for LA.
LA, baby. It is Los Angeles, and it is black and gold.
The summer of soccer stays right here on 710 ESPN.
What a match this has always been since day one.
LAFC versus Galaxy. Pregame starts Friday at 7 p.m.
Pechanga Resort Casino is rewarding you on another level with Pechanga's SoCal Tier Status Match Program. Bring in a rewards card from one of 21 eligible Southern California casinos for exclusive benefits. Earn more at Pechanga Resort Casino with SoCal's Best Tier Status Match. Qualified members have a chance to win $25,000 club dollars. Pechanga's limited-time tier match program ends December 31st, and match statuses remain valid through January 31st next year. Offer open to new and existing Pechanga Rewards members. Visit Pechanga Rewards for details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
We talked about it, about switching Mason Ireland to Ireland, and Mason
that just wouldn't
and
even sound
Mason
right.
lost his mind.
Oh, yeah,
no, that's why I made $1 more than he did.
He makes $1 more than me.
We negotiated that 30 years ago.
Yeah, and it's worth it every single year.
Mason and Ireland, right now.
That's right.
Wow.
We're tied. Argentina with a spectacular goal. And in the 85th minute, they break the hearts of England. Oh, my gosh. England had it 1-0, and some guy just hit a laser. It
Hernandez.
was not Messi.
I believe it's his last name is Hernandez.
And this, Andy, this is an absolute rocket. And he almost scored on the play before that. The goalie had to knock it over the net. They came back with a corner, and he drilled it in the lower left-hand side, and now it's game on.
It looked like the goalie may have gotten a fingertip on it, but it just wasn't enough.
How you feeling there, Brian Cohen?
I mean, during that break, I was starting to accept the defeat here, but me and Funch were talking. Argentina's got that late magic. You know, don't they get that late magic of FIFA cheating for them?
What do you mean?
Fernandez, not Fernandez.
How is that cheating, Funch?
I don't know. Something. They did something. They did something, John.
Oh, my gosh. So this is almost for sure heading to extra time now. And but there's still time. They're in the 87th minute. They're going to add stoppage time, probably 6 or 7 minutes, and then it'll go to 30 minutes of extra time. But just a spectacular goal by Argentina has tied this World Cup semifinal. It's being played in Atlanta at 1 apiece in the 87th minute. What a game.
Enzo Fernandez.
Kids in Argentina are going to be named Enzo for the next 2 years. By the way, very good day. I think you read one of his posts earlier, Andy. Very good day for Mr. Alvizi in the chat.
Oh, he's always good.
Okay, so here's what he says, Funch. Remember when I asked you what's the difference between real bougie and fake bougie? According to Mr. Alvizi, real bougie, only going out to Nobu or Morton's, etc. Fake bougie, only eats Popeye's chicken, no KFC or Church's.
Yeah, probably.
So that's his definition of the difference. Man, I can't believe Argentina scored that goal. That is just absolutely
spectacular. That was a great shot. He got it past a bunch of defenders and that goalie.
Yeah, and they're on the attack. Argentina's saying, and they did this before. Was it Egypt that they were down 2-0 and they scored 3 goals in the last 15 minutes?
Might have been.
And now Messi's going to work. And Argentina, they are not giving up. They are on full attack. We'll keep you posted. 1-1 in the 88th minute with a trip to the World Cup final on the line. Andy, I mentioned that Adam Silver had a press conference yesterday to announce that Mickey Harrison, the owner of the Heat, was taken over as the new head of the NBA Board of Governors. And I think Adam probably thought, well, most of the questions will be about the Board of Governors. They were not.
I guarantee Adam Silver was smart enough not to think that the Board of Governors conversation would dominate.
They were about the fact that the Aspiration Kawhi Leonard investigation is now dragging on. Andy, this has been going on since November. Teams are now holding up trades. The Raptors and the Clippers are holding up trades because they don't know the limit of Kawhi's availability. And yesterday, they asked Adam Silver, what is taking so long? Here's what he said.
I'm hopeful that it will wrap up this summer, so that would continue to be the goal here. And I just want to clarify, so everyone understands, the league did not pause the trade. The parties to the trade made a decision not to go forward, given that the investigation remained open and any possible impact on Kawhi or his contract was yet to be known. And so they chose not to live with that uncertainty, but that was well known before the trade was proposed. And I don't think there was any reason for people to believe that the status of Kawhi Leonard would change merely because he was traded. The investigation needs to run its course.
I think this is embarrassing for the NBA, Andy, and here's why. Teams got to go on with their business. The Clippers don't know if they're going to have all these Toronto guys on their roster. The Raptors don't know if they're going to have Kawhi. Other teams are posturing to make roster moves. At some point, stick a frickin' deadline on this. Pablo Torre has presented all the evidence, so much to the extent that he's won a Pulitzer Prize. The evidence is out there. We know what happened. Make a ruling. What in the world is holding these guys up?
It makes the league look afraid of Steve Ballmer, or, fighting up against his, billions upon billions upon billions, or they are afraid of however the decision, whatever's made, that they are afraid of the optics of it somehow, or they are trying so hard. I think we were talking about this before the show, John. Remember in The Wire when all the chiefs of police and whatever were talking about with these big drug busts wanting dope on the table?
Yeah.
This feels to me like Adam Silver is trying super hard for as much dope on the table as possible if he's going to punish the Clippers.
Andy.
And he feels like he has to.
Pablo Torre has a whistleblower letter under the penalty of perjury. In other words, you go to jail if you lie.
Yes.
He has it in his hands of a guy saying aspiration existed, especially for the last year, solely to circumvent the NBA salary cap and funnel money to Kawhi Leonard. I mean, his uncle Dennis Robertson asked Toronto for all these things in 2019 when Kawhi was a free agent, and the Raptors said no, and then reported to the league. He's saying he wants a no-show endorsement deal. The Lakers were trying to get Kawhi. The Lakers reported, oh my gosh,
Argentina!
They did it again. They have 9 lives. Oh my gosh, Argentina's unbelievable.
Is it Fernandez again?
This is exactly what they did against Egypt. They just scored in the 92nd minute. This is exactly, Andy, what they did against Egypt.
Wow.
This is you talk about cardiac kids. This Argentina team will not die.
Nope.
You cannot kill them. They score in the 85th minute. Now they score in the 92nd minute. I mean, come on. And by the way, right before they scored, Andy, they hit the post of a goal that was almost a goal.
Header.
And this was a header. This dude is... This guy's never, and it was on a cross from Messi. Messi with an absolutely perfect cross, and a guy headed it in. I think that's Endo Fernandez again.
Is it? I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure both assists were Messi.
I mean, this is going to be the talk of SportsCenter, of every sportscast in the country for the rest of the day. Argentina has come back from the dead again.
Look at these Argentinians in the stands. They are
Look at Jude Bellingham. He's looking at his teammates going, how? How are we allowing this to happen?
They are weeping. Like, they are actually, these Argentinians in the crowd, like, weeping because you know how much this means to them and the emotion. It's amazing.
And it looked like for the first 85 minutes, just like it did against Egypt, that the Argentinians were dead. And it was a different Martinez.
Not Enzo. It was Enzo Fernandez before. This is Martinez.
Okay,
I got to look up his first name.
So the EZs are having a day.
Yes, they are.
The Fernandez, and I mean this, and it's not over. They added 9 minutes of stoppage time, and right now it's in the 94th minute. So England still has 5 minutes, but Argentina was dead. They were down 1-0 in the 85th minute. England had dropped into a defensive shell, and they've scored twice. The Argentinians have scored twice to punch their ticket, perhaps, to the World Cup final on Sunday. I have never seen a team come back from the dead as much as this team does.
Man.
I mean, against Egypt, they were down 2-0, 3 goals in the last 15 minutes. Against, a good England team. They're down 1-0 in the 85th minute. They scored twice in 7 minutes to take the lead.
So now they got to hold on for what, 4 more minutes approximately?
Yeah.
4 more minutes, and then Argentina
now England
advances.
is emptying all the stops. They're bringing in all their subs. They're attacking. They may even pull the goalie here. I cannot believe Argentina came back, and now England is just on the attack. But We'll keep you posted. Coming up next is Fast Track. But the talk of the day is World Cup semifinal in Atlanta. Argentina has come back in the 85th minute to tie it, in the 92nd minute to go ahead. And now England, one of the people England's bringing in is Marcus Rashford, the Manchester United striker who has since gone on to go down and play, I think, in Spain. Rashford is now out there with Bellingham, and they're putting all their offense onto the field to see if they can pull this out. We will, of course, keep you posted. 95th minute, Argentina 2, England 1, Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
By the way, that rep's like 4'11", right?
Tops! It's unbelievable. You
I
can
didn't see
barely
it in person.
see him.
We all know Travis loves a good height shaming.
It is unbelievable.
What's tall for you, Trav?
Tall?
Yes. Like what is a number that says, okay, you're tall?
I think 6'2" and over is tall.
Most guys fudge the numbers.
I bet you this guy does.
Oh, no, this guy's 4'11".
This guy's probably lying to claim 5'4".
It's like 3 kids
There's
inside
no
a referee.
chance he's 5'4".
Here's the rule.
Because soccer players are small to begin with.
Whenever you get to 5'9" and below, just subtract 2 with whatever anybody tells you.
It's 3.
If they say 5'5", we're talking a 5'3" situation.
So it's like 3 kids inside a referee's uniform?
Like with the trench coat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Hey, John Ireland here. Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got a LifeSource whole house water system. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'll never go back. Call the LifeSource California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential. LifeSource, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Hey, LA, it's Bethel Duran, and let me tell you about the summer deals that are sizzling right now at Northridge and Wonders Toyota. How about a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $259 a month for 36 months plus tax? $259 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma? It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $49.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required. Unapproved credit, tax, title, license are extra. Excludes dealer dock fee of $80. Offer ends 7/31/2026.
Dive in Saturdays at Oasis Pool. It's just like going to the movies, except the floor's a lot wetter. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
SoCal's best outdoor movie theater. Dive in movie night at Oasis Pool every Saturday.
Number 2.
The biggest soccer watch party of the year is at Sideline Sports Bar the 19th. Meet the players from Av Alta.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Chevy Silverado truck the 26th.
Morongo. Good times.
Hey, John Ireland here. Tired of watching life from the bench? It's time to get in the game. Globe Life is looking for people who want more than just a job. Set your schedule and help families protect what matters most. No experience? No problem. Training is provided, and you don't need anything to get started. It's not a desk job. It's a shot at building your legacy on your own terms. Your road to the championship starts at globelifecareers.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain manifold, and race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace. All right, no Mace today. Andy Kamenetzky in for him. Here's the latest at the World Cup. They are in the 99th minute. They added 9 minutes of stoppage time. I think Argentina smartly, Andy, has not backed off. They're still attacking, even though they lead 2-1. And as long as they have the ball, they can't lose. And we are winding down to the end of this game. Argentina, if you're just joining us, scored 2 goals after the 85th minute to shock England. And I am absolutely stunned at the resilience of Argentina. They are the defending World Cup champions. Only 2 other countries have ever won back-to-back World Cups. It was Brazil in the 50s and 60s and Italy around the 2000s. And right now we're in the 101st minute. And for some reason, he only added 9 minutes of stoppage time. This is part of soccer that I don't understand.
Nobody understands it.
But they are still playing, but it is about to come to an end. And England just wet the bed when they took a 1-0 lead. And a lot of what I'm reading online, Andy, is that the England coach went into a defensive shell too early, that he stopped playing. But we're coming down to the final moments. I think if England doesn't score here, then they'll probably call it. And now they're just stalling. But
so many shenanigans.
All right, so it looks like Argentina's going to lock this up. All right, let's get to Fast Track. Funch, what do you got?
Oh, I hate the British. I hate the British, man. Oh, in the history of the world, they've been the biggest wimps. And why did I take them? Why did I pick them in the draft? Oh.
They took you all the way to the semis.
Well, I know, but I had a choice between that and Argentina, and I took England. I don't know why. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the...
It's over, Funch. They just blew the whistle.
It is a final.
Lionel Messi. Wait till you guys see his pass to get the second goal in this game.
I'm crying.
Unbelievable. Brian Cohen, congratulations.
I hate you, Brian.
You are the winner of the ESPN LA World Cup pool. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. Like I said, you can't count out the GOATs. Messi set up the goal.
Yeah.
I never sweated it for a second here. What a game, though. One of the best games of the tournament.
Yeah, so the final is Argentina against Spain. Argentina trying to go back-to-back. Sunday noon at the Meadowlands. All right, Funch, go ahead.
All right, speaking of the World Cup final, Argentina versus Spain, FIFA tweeted out a weird tweet yesterday saying that they're going to be opening the final with a star-studded list of performers, and they also had Tom Cruise listed as a performer in the World Cup final.
Okay.
My question here is, what do you think he's going to be doing? He doesn't sing, he doesn't dance, he doesn't do anything. He just acts. What do you think he's going to do?
I think it will be similar, Andy, to what he did at the Olympics.
Yep.
When he basically took over his Mission Impossible character, Ethan Hunt, and got lowered into the stadium and did it'll be something like that, right?
Well, yeah, and also he is in full-on promotion mode for the new movie that's coming out, Digger.
Oh, wow. What is that about?
It is he plays like a super wealthy, I believe, oil tycoon.
All I see him is like scenes with his cat.
Right.
Reminds me of me.
And his company creates an environmental disaster, and it is up to him to stop the thing. Like it's like a black comedy, a very, very dark comedy. I think it looks funny. Cruz is in unhinged mode.
Right. All right. So Funch, that's my guess, that it would be something along those lines.
Cool.
BC, what do you got?
Fast Track.
All right, big winner right here, huh?
Yeah, that's right. So we're getting ready for the second half of the MLB season now that the All-Star game is over. So the Dodgers, about an hour or two ago, put out some of their promotions for the second half of the season. The one that was apparently the most requested promotion, most requested bobblehead fans wanted to see this year was the catch from Game 7 of the World Series, where Andy Pages kind of, Moss's Kike.
Yep.
So they put out, that's going to be a bobblehead coming out September 6th. It's the catch bobblehead. It's both of them. It's a great bobblehead. Everybody you got to look at a picture of this thing. It looks pretty amazing. But it got me thinking. So they actually listened to the fans here. The fans wanted to see this as part of their World Series collection bobblehead. Is there anything that, they haven't done that you're like, hey, this guy should get a little love in the bobblehead world here?
Well, the bobbleheads are incredibly popular. That's a good one. The Pages catch one. Is the Will Smith double tap on home plate worthy of a bobblehead?
It's hard to
that'd be
capture
good.
that in bobblehead form.
Maybe the leg is,
You know what I would
What
like?
about Yoshi Yamamoto rubber arm closing the Game 7?
Yeah. Just him like in the Jimmy Butler meme, exhausted.
Right.
You know who I think would be a cool bobblehead just because you know how much that moment meant to him and it was so unexpected? Will Klein last year during the World Series would be a pretty awesome bobblehead.
That is a good one.
And it would probably be
Niche.
his only opportunity to get a bobblehead.
Yeah, I think they've pretty much done. Like I think they've got 4 different Shohei bobbleheads. So yeah, Brian, I think they've exhausted all bobblehead possibilities. All right, while we got a minute here, if you're just joining us, Argentina, incredible comeback. Find the highlights. They were down 1-0 in the 85th minute. England looked like they were on their way to the final, and Argentina scored twice in a 7-minute stretch to win the game 2-1. So it was incredible. Now, I mentioned, Andy, that the ESPYs are tonight in New York City, hosted by Marcelo Hernandez. I'm a big SNL guy, so rooting for Marcelo. I'm going to throw some more categories at you guys. These will be some of the awards given away tonight. Tell me who you think is going to win it. Best play, okay? Best play of the last calendar year. The golden goal for the women's Olympic hockey team. Remember, it went over the golden goal for the men's Olympic hockey team. UConn stuns Duke with Braylon Mullins' buzzer-beating 3 in March Madness. Remember that? He shot it from like 50 feet. OG Anunoby's tip-in the NBA Finals, or Caleb Williams' tying touchdown versus the Rams on 4th down when he was just scrambling until somebody got open and he hit it.
Anunoby.
What do you think, Funch?
Anunoby.
BC?
The tip-in, but I personally, that Caleb Williams play was
unbelievable. But I think you guys hit it. Anunoby's tip from God, because it was part of a 27-point comeback, and you knew when he did that the Knicks were winning the title. That's the best play,
and
right?
Again, Knicks mania became one of the biggest stories in sports, and also the Knicks mania could bring in a lot of famous people, and I think it's going to be very Knicks themed during this ESPYs. That is the way I would put it. Also, a reminder, speaking of the ESPYs and events connected to the ESPYs, all day long today, ESPN Radio is going to be supporting the V Foundation. We know these are challenging times for everyone. If you're able, we hope that you'll choose to join us today. Go to v.org/donate now. And remember, when you give to the V Foundation, 100% of the donations go directly to research. v.org/donate.
All right, it's a couple more ESPYs categories. Best NFL player. Okay. So here's the choices, 4 of them. Myles Garrett broke the sack record last year. Drake May led the Patriots to the Super Bowl in just his second year. Jackson Smith-Njigba, best receiver on the Seahawks.
Good, man.
Or Matthew Stafford in his MVP year with the Rams.
Who do I think is going to win?
Garrett, May, JSN, Stafford.
JSN. Super Bowl.
Bunch.
I'm going to say Stafford.
I know Stafford's going to be there, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes at the ESPYs, they stack this deck for people who are going to be there. Now, I don't know if Garrett, May, and JSN I think Garrett is going to be there.
I mean, he lives in L.A.
Who do you
now.
think wins, BC?
I think they'll give it to the reigning MVP, Stafford.
Yeah, it could be. All right, best MLB player from the last year. Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Cal Raleigh, Paul Skeens.
Ohtani.
Fudge?
Absolutely.
Ohtani. Yeah, for sure.
BC, you agree?
Yeah, bet the house on Ohtani.
Yeah, he does. He does everything. He does absolutely everything. All right, here's a harder one. Best NBA player. So this isn't just a finals award or a playoff award. This is best NBA player from a year ago. Jalen Brunson, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama.
It's going to be, I think, again, Brunson. Also, I just realized I'm so used to the ESPYs being in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to New York this year. All Knicks. It is going to be all Knicks.
Funch, I
Jalen
think
Brunson.
Wemby might win because he led
Really?
the Spurs to the finals in just his 3rd year?
Yeah, but it's got to. Andy made a great point. New York. It's going to be all Knicks all the time in ESPY awards.
What do you think, PC?
I think this one is actually going to be Wemby, especially if a lot of casual fans are voting. You know, you hear the name Wemby and you associate with him being the best.
All right, we'll keep rolling with Fast Track coming back. If you're just joining us, England goes out. Argentina scores twice, once in the 85th minute, once in the 92nd minute, and they win it 2-1. You got to see these goals when you get a chance to watch the highlights. Messi was unbelievable. He didn't score either one, but his assist on the second game-winning goal is incredible. More Fast Track coming at you next. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Instead of a statue, how about naming a park after him?
You think he gets
Black.
a statue?
Yes. I think he's going to get a statue. He's LeBron.
That's why.
Yeah.
And he had success here.
And he won here.
He didn't have success like Kobe, Magic, and those guys, but he won a title. He broke the all-time scoring record. Now, we could argue whether he should, but is he going to?
He's going to get one.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Hey guys, Sedano here, and summer's here. Everyone's getting together. So why are you still living with those same old floors? Upgrade with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. They've got millions of in-stock options, including Core-Tech, the original 100% waterproof, kid-proof, pet-proof, luxury vinyl flooring in stock and can be installed in a few days. Visit the showroom next to the Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway or online at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
Hey, it's Ireland. Count the ER visits. Count the missed work. Count the follow-up scans. Count the rehab. Now, count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Call Jacob.
When you're planning your next job, options matter. Now in stock at Lowe's. Get the roofing brands you trust, including GAF, Owens Corning, and CertainTeed, with more colors to choose from. Shingles and accessories are in stock and ready to go. And when you're on the clock, we help keep you on schedule. Order by 4 p.m. and get next day job site delivery on select items as early as 6:30 a.m. At Lowe's, we have your back on the job. Delivery Monday through Saturday in select zip codes, subject to availability.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, today it's Andy Kamenetzky in Ireland, and we're rolling through Fast Track. If you're just joining us, incredible comeback by Argentina. Incredible. They were down 1-0 in the 85th minute, and just like they did against Egypt, they came back from the dead against England. They scored once in the 85th minute. They scored again in the 92nd minute, and they win 2-1. They'll play in the final against Spain on Sunday. Funch, what do you got for Fast Track?
All right, we're going to get off the British for a second and get back to American things. Today is National Hot Dog Day. Really? Okay, I was going to ask you, like, do you prefer hot dogs, Polish sausages? What do you prefer? What do you put on your hot dogs? How about that, Andy?
Anything but hot dogs, like Polish sausage, bratwurst, any of that.
And what do you put on it? What do you put on it?
Mustard, grilled onions, maybe a little cabbage. Like I'll go
cabbage. I never heard of.
Yeah.
Is it like sauerkraut?
Well, sauerkraut or maybe just some like actual straight up cabbage, like things like that. I just don't like hot dogs.
Okay. So here's the weird thing about me, Punch. I've talked about this before in the air. The only time I ever eat hot dogs is at a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
And I will only put mustard on hot dogs.
That's it? You're like my wife.
I will only put ketchup on hamburgers.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't know why. I've been that way since birth.
No other toppings, one bit? Or?
Well, with the burgers,
Yeah.
I'd throw bacon in there or, whatever else. But no, for a hot dog, it's just a hot dog with mustard. That's it. And I only like them at baseball games. BC, how about you?
I'd say go-to all-time favorite's got to be the chili dog. But classic, so that's one of those, you don't get it every day.
Right.
Classic hot dogs, mustard with a little onion on it.
When I was at UCLA, I could not get enough of Tommy's, the chili burger place.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And my order was always the same, double chili cheese, no onions. So I would be 2 patties with the chili, no onions. And, Andy, I ate these probably 3 times a week all 4 years I was at UCLA. And the funny thing is, since I got out, I haven't had one in 30 years.
Okay, you know what's funny, actually? Along those lines, and I at SC ate a lot of Tommy's, too, but I also used to go to Pink's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was just younger, to eat more of fast food in general.
And so back then, you were okay with hot dogs?
No, I would go to Pink's and eat anything but hot dogs.
Whatever else
same
they
with
had on the
Tommy's.
menu.
Like burritos and stuff like that, right?
I'd get chili burgers. Like I used to get at Pink's, it was called the Polish Bacon Burger,
which
was a bacon cheeseburger with a Polish sausage and chili. But anyway, I hadn't been
that sounds good.
It was good. I had not been in years. And I realized my daughter, who's obviously native Angelino, had never been to Pink's. I was like, we got to fix this. So we went, and I was like, okay, is this actually going to be good, or was it just like drunken college food? Very pleasantly surprised. I actually thought it was really good.
By the way, before I get to Brian, Funch, have you ever, in your life, had anyone told you might have an anger management problem?
No.
You've never taken any anger management therapy?
No.
Because since this game ended and you had England, the World Cup group text, which has over 20 people on it, all the people that were in it, you have written, and you wrote the word, not just the
I
letter.
know. Yep.
You have written over the last 20 minutes, F. David Beckham. 10 minutes later, F the Beatles.
That's right.
10 minutes later, F fish and chips.
That's right. I'm about to write F Idris Alba and F Helen Mirren, too.
And Brian, it's official.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
F Town. What's wrong with Helen
She's
Mirren?
a dame, for God's sake.
They're from
She's
England.
been knighted.
Don't you dare come down on Kate Beckinsale. That'll be the end of me and you.
Never.
All right, BC, what do you got?
All right, well, we're speaking of food here, and everything on the news these days, if you are paying attention, is about the stomach bug kind of thing. I was watching yesterday, just in passing, and they said, oh, don't eat any lettuce, don't eat any of this stuff.
Right.
So we're sitting in the house, my grandma was like, hey, throw it all away. Let's just not even risk it.
Really?
Kind of a deal.
She took it that seriously.
And I'm over there like, it's, it is what it is. Where do you lie on this, when they say, oh, do all this with the food and all this, don't eat this, don't eat that. Are you paying close attention to this?
In the old days, not so much. Lately, Andy, as I've gotten older, yeah, I definitely pay attention to. I don't Mason will still participate in an eating contest. I won't do that. That would be that would knock me out for 3 days. Even today on my birthday,
Right.
I may have one piece of cake someplace, but that'll be it.
Yeah, as you get older, it gets a lot harder to do that stuff. I tend to be both germ phobic and food spoiled phobic, or things like what's going on now. I don't have a lot of potentially contaminated food items, but if I did, they'd all be gone.
All right. But we got a couple minutes here. Again, ESPYs tonight in New York City. Marcelo Hernandez hosting. You can watch it on ESPN at 5 o'clock. So I've been throwing categories at the guys. All right, here's a good one. Best breakthrough athlete. Macklin Celebrini, San Jose Sharks, who is a Canadian hockey player, who is his dad, by the way, is a trainer for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh.
So the Warriors all root for him. Alyssa Liu, the figure skater. Drake May of the Patriots. Fernando Mendoza, Indiana football. Who wins?
I think it's going to be Drake May. Just Patriots, big name, big sport, quarterback.
Punch?
I'm going to take the long shot, Mendoza.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be Mendoza, Brian.
I think Mendoza as well.
Here's why. Heisman Trophy.
Yep.
Led Indiana to an undefeated season.
Yeah.
You know, who would have bet on that? And number one overall pick in the draft.
And going to the Raiders, who are high
Right.
profile. Alyssa Liu, though, I do think has a chance.
And you want Fernando Mendoza at a microphone giving an acceptance speech because he's so earnest.
Okay. Do you think that the people who vote on this stuff weigh the presentation? Because I do. I think it comes into play.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd like to hear from Mendoza.
Sure.
And for award shows, by the way, if they want somebody to win,
yeah,
nobody really sees these vote
I mean,
totals.
look, respect.
That's what I always say about the Mandy's. Morales and Tommy and everybody says,
right.
Well, the Mandy's are the integrity of the voting process. There is no integrity of the voting. They're going to pick who they want.
No, I mean, look, with all sincere respect to all athletes out there and what they do, it's very difficult. And to our parent company, ESPN, it's the ESPYs.
Right.
Like, it's not that serious. It's the ESPYs.
Andy, this is a test of your theory that it might be a lot of Knicks tonight. Best championship performance. Aaron Frankel, USA's women's hockey. Connor Hellebuck, who was the goalie for the men's team that was awesome at the Olympics when they won the gold medal. Tegan Cavan, Texas Longhorns softball. She was great. Or Jalen Brunson Knicks.
It's Jalen Brunson.
You think anything with Brunson, he's winning?
Jalen Brunson up against, respectfully, softball and what, hockey?
Yeah.
It's Jalen Brunson. Like, let's just take a look at our sports culture in general.
All right.
We pay a lot of attention to NBA. We don't pay a lot to hockey or softball. It's just the truth.
So I'm guessing you would pick the Knicks to win this. Best team. Las Vegas Aces, Los Angeles Dodgers, Indiana Hoosiers, Carolina Hurricanes, Texas Longhorns, Seattle Seahawks, Team USA Men Hockey, Team USA Women Hockey, New York Knicks.
I would not rule out the Dodgers just because they went back-to-back, and that Game 7 and that whole series was epic. But, yeah, I think it's going to be the Knicks. By the way, these are not my choices. I'm making predictions. It's in New York.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the Knicks.
And I think a lot of the Knicks are going to be there. And so you may be on some. Okay, again, if you want to watch the ESPYs tonight, 5 o'clock, is it on ESPN or ABC, Funch? It might be on both.
ABC.
It's on ABC. Okay, so it's on. Andy, you're going to watch some broadcast television tonight. But it's sports. It falls under your umbrella.
This gets, though, into the weirdness of the conversation we were having earlier about where you watch your stuff.
Yeah.
The ESPYs, part of ESPN, are on ABC.
There you go.
Not ESPN.
Yeah, forever confusing. All right. In light of what happened at the All-Star game last night and what's been happening around baseball this season, I'm going to propose a radical change to Major League Baseball, and I think they should do it sooner rather than later. I'll tell you what it is next. By the way, Game of Games coming up at 2:45. Andy's game today. Did you hear Geeter's first ever game yesterday?
I did not. Was
Very
it good?
Very good. Yeah, he kind of killed it. Travis won it, but Geeter had his virgin voyage of host of Game of Games, and it was very good.
I think everybody is going to enjoy my game.
Good. All right, that's coming up in 15 minutes. Mason and Ireland, Andy in for Mace, ESPN LA. Oh, I get to talk about Globe Life. The best protection, Globe Life is an insurance company. And the best protection is the kind you set up long before you ever need it. That's life insurance. Quiet protection standing between your family and the unexpected. Globe Life's roots go back more than 125 years. And today, Globe Life issues more life insurance policies than any other company in the country. Coverage you can apply for in minutes, online or with an agent. Build your family's defense at globelifeinsurance.com. That's globelifeinsurance.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
I'm pulling in yesterday to the Del Mar Fairgrounds.
Right.
Imagine pulling into the LA Fairgrounds.
And you're like,
the Orange
hey,
County
guys, I'm
Fairgrounds.
the engineer for the broadcast
Oh,
coming
no,
up.
no, worse. Wait, it's worse.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
They're tearing down the corn dog stand and the fried Oreo cookie stand. And security is like, where are you going? And people are looking at me like, what are you doing? Now, I have a media pass. It says news media. It's from 2001. Okay? All right? It's this bright orange thing. By the way, it was never legit. I made it myself.
By the way,
That's
I've
all.
been with him when he's used this to park at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, no, I
It's
know.
amazing.
It's great. It's great. And so I had
But
my...
you used that pass
Right.
that you made
He just
in
drives through.
2001.
He drives through and is like, media.
Right.
At Dodger
News media.
Stadium.
Yes.
Right. Correct. News media. Right.
I've been with him.
And
It's
it,
amazing.
and it actually says
Unbelievable.
on it member number, and it says 007. Okay.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
When it's time for your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. It's Chris Morales telling you to go see John Good at George Chevrolet. With straightforward pricing, real savings, a great selection, and award-winning service, George Chevrolet is committed to earning your business by saving you money. Whether you're a first-time buyer, rebuilding your credit, or ready to upgrade, their team is here to help you find the right vehicle at the perfect price. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store, and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Andy Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason, Ireland, you guys are clowns.
Screw you, Josh.
Damn.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland are clowns. That's going to be a drop for a long time.
Why not?
Back to the guys.
So after every England win in soccer, the English fans all sing Wonderwall by Oasis, which is a rock song. But this is the Ryan Adams version, which is a depressing Wonderwall, which is what they'll be listening to tonight. If you're just joining us, England up 1-0 in the 85th minute, gave up 2 goals in the final 15 minutes. And Argentina is going to the World Cup final. 2-1.
Bunchy's also going to be singing that sad Wonderwall, too.
All right.
No fish and chips tonight for me.
All right. So this is, Andy, this is kind of a radical idea for me. I may be off my rocker here, but you tell me. So the baseball All-Star game was last night. And the National League, loaded with the top hitters in baseball, had only 4 hits and got shut out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first shutout in an All-Star game in 13 years. They struck out 15 times. And keep in mind that some of the best pitchers in all of baseball were sitting this one out.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly they were National League pitchers, but it was, Shohei, Jacob Mizorowski, Paul Skeens, all out. So at those three pitched, it may have been both ways. It may have been almost like a scoreless game. You look around baseball, Mizorowski is throwing 105 miles an hour. Harder than anyone has ever thrown. Mason Miller is 25 for 25 on save attempts. People can't hit him. The only other time this happened in baseball was what they refer to as the year of the pitcher, back in 1968. I think they should at least look into adjusting the rules back to benefit the hitter. What they did in 68 was that they lowered the mound, which you certainly could do again. They tightened up the strike zone, making pitchers throw, the arm. That's when they went to the armpits to the knees. You certainly could make it, below. You could make it like stomach high to the knees and make the strike zone smaller to give the hitters more advantage. You could, and they denied doing this, but everybody knows they did it. You could juice the ball again. Is it time for Major League Baseball to tilt the rules back towards hitters?
No. I like the idea of this stuff being hard. Like it's supposed to be.
But this hard?
Yeah.
4 hits in an all-star game?
Honestly, man.
A pitcher throws 105 miles an hour? How do you hit that? And
Figure it out.
Here's what made me think of
He's given up hits. People have figured it out.
But here's what made me think of this. The Yankees have a pitcher. The Dodgers are going to play the Yankees this weekend in New York. The Yankees have a pitcher in their minor league system. He's not in the big club yet. That throws a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that drops over 20 inches vertically.
Damn.
There are only 4 pitchers in all of Major League Baseball now with that much vertical drop. One of them is Alex Vesia of the Dodgers. But none of those guys throw anywhere near 96 miles an hour.
Here's where I would say, though, don't read too much into the All-Star game because, like, the way it's set up, batters don't get multiple looks at the same pitcher. Like, if you're talking about a regular game, I wouldn't try to translate what happens in an all-star game versus what happens over the course of an actual season. And then when you get into the playoffs, look at the World Series we just came off, which is one of the greatest World Series I've ever seen.
Yeah, maybe the best in 30 years.
Don't change an effing thing. It's fine.
Funch, how about you? Would you change the rules back towards the hitters because these pitchers have become so dominant?
I would probably change it back to the hitters just to make it more exciting for everyone watching it, because last night's game was kind of like boring to me.
Brian, you watch as much baseball as anybody. What do you think? Would you if you were commissioner, would you tilt the rules back towards the hitters?
I don't think I would. I am in favor of the dominant pitching. And I think it kind of goes in waves. It'll come back, and the hitters will have their day.
I would rather.
But if there's a guy, Andy, throwing 105 miles now, in 20 years there's going to be somebody throwing 110.
And there's going to be batters who figure out how to hit it. Like, these guys have all gotten faster as pitchers over the years, and batters have all eventually caught up. Like, as far as the All-Star game goes, I would scrap the All-Star game before I would start changing the regular season. Like, if this is just a reaction to the All-Star game, I think it's an overreaction.
Okay, last thing I want to get to, and then we'll swing it to Game of Games. Have you been following this Brandon Ayuk story, the wide receiver for the Niners? Really bizarre. So he keeps posting rants on Instagram, on Twitter, on wherever he has social media, just shredding the Niners.
Yeah.
He wants out of there.
Yes, he does.
But the problem, Andy, is that other teams are reading this too. And the Niners are under no obligation to trade him or release him. And so, here's one of his latest Instagram rants. When the news finally came out that my guarantees were voided in November, the team continued to lie to the media and the fan base, acting as this was not a decision that was made in July, continually saying I would be returning, despite the fact I told them on numerous occasions I would not be. With the severity of my injury and the guarantees no longer on the table, this was not an option. So in that rant alone, he said, well, I'm not going to play hurt. I told them I'm not going to play hurt. And they lied about me, so I don't want to play for them anymore. He says, we are 1 year from the date in which they made the decision to void my guarantees due to miss rehab. Yet they have the footage and the GPS information that shows I reached markers I never hit even before the injury, all before required recovery time that was ordered by a surgeon. So he's calling the Niners liars. I will not be reinstating with them, nor ever doing any kind of business with them. I'm locked in and focused on my opportunity to return to the field this season. #raise hail. All right. Somebody needs to explain to Brandon Ayuk that the only way he can move on is if the Niners release him, and they're under no obligation to do so. Isn't he biting the hand that feeds him here?
The biting the hand that feeds him part of this doesn't necessarily, I don't think that's the biggest problem. I think the problem is he's actually making himself kind of untradeable because other teams are going to look around and be like, wait, if he's upset with us, is he going to do all of this with us? Like there's guys who have been a pain in the ass in order to get themselves traded. Like we've seen Jimmy Butler do this a few times. Like he will make people uncomfortable until they eventually trade him. But it's much more of an internal thing than external.
And in the NBA, an individual player can swing a team's fortunes. Right. In the NFL, what they tend to do with troublemakers is blackball them.
Yeah.
Look at Colin Kaepernick. Look at Antonio Brown. I mean, these guys could still play. They had ability, but they became too big of a headache to keep on their team. I had that story yesterday. You weren't with us, but there's a defensive back named Terrion Arnold in Detroit that was accused of
kidnapping.
Yeah, well, basically
like orchestrating it.
Yeah, so he thought somebody stole his stuff. He sent his boys to beat him up, and they beat up the wrong guys. And so the Lions cut him on the spot.
Right.
2 other teams have already inquired to his availability because he can play, but the Lions wanted nothing to do with it. The NFL is the one league that if you become a distraction, Tim Tebow was basically run out of the league, not because he couldn't have been a backup quarterback. He probably could have, but nobody wanted that distraction on their team. They didn't want their backup quarterback to get the most media attention of anyone on the roster. Brandon Ayuk needs to, his agent or somebody needs to get to him and just say, hey, shut it down.
You've made your point.
Be quiet. It wouldn't even hurt if you come out and went, guys, obviously I'm very frustrated. I just want to play football. I apologize to what I wrote and said about the Niners. I've had a great time here. I hope to move on, but I realize they control my situation.
Yeah,
to just show he has some level of maturity. But what he's doing now, Andy, is kind of career suicide, isn't it?
He's making himself look unappealing to other teams. And Brandon Ayuk is a good player.
He's only 28, by the way.
He's a good player, but he's not good enough, I think, to be considered worth the risk. Like, the more you are like this, where you seem volatile personality-wise, the better you need to be. And particularly in a sport like the NFL that treats everybody other than the superstars as totally disposable, this is a really dangerous game he's playing.
And the Niners have got to be careful here. They went out and signed Mike Evans, who's who's probably on the backside of his career. But look at the star receivers on the other 2 teams in the division. The Rams have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. The Seahawks have JSN, who's coming off the best year a receiver could have. So San Francisco can't mess around here, and Brandon Ayuk should shut up.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, whether release, whether trade, whatever, like he needs to make sure he does not look unappealing to the rest of the league. And I think that's part of the problem he's having right now. Otherwise, you'd think the Niners would look to just move him.
Right. All right, coming up next, Game of Games. It's Andy's game, and we're going to bring Laura Romo, who, like me, is celebrating a birthday today. Laura and I both have the same birthday, so she'll come in and play with us next. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
The summer of soccer is here, and Rock and Brews is your headquarters for every match. Catch all the action on massive LED screens with game day food, drink specials, and an unbeatable atmosphere. Assemble your crew, cheer on your favorite team at Rock and Brews. Visit rockandbrews.com for your nearest location.
The second half of the MLS season is here, and it starts with the biggest rivalry in the league.
Expect the unexpected, throw the records out, whatever you want to talk about with this match, it fits.
Friday night, LAFC heads to Carson to battle the Galaxy in another battle for LA.
LA, baby. It is Los Angeles, and it is black and gold.
The summer of soccer stays right here on 710 ESPN.
What a match this has always been since day one.
LAFC versus Galaxy. Pregame starts Friday at 7 p.m.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, California. The Cup is down to its final matches. One trophy, one champion. DraftKings has you covered for every single one. The DraftKings app is now live in California. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage, in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers. Sign up with code LA710. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code LA710 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim. Issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. For terms, go to dkng.co/predictions promo.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
When we started Oakland Roots Sports Club, we needed a strong foundation. Gusto has had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player is taken care of. They're the team behind our team. With Gusto, we stay rooted and give Oakland the love it deserves. I'm Idris Argandawal, co-founder of Oakland Roots and Gusto customer since 2018.
See why 500,000 businesses trust Gusto for payroll, HR, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com/roots.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam!
The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Crypto.com Arena this weekend. Brought to you by BKT Tires and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Visit MonsterJam.com today.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today. Andy Kamenetzky filling in for Mace, and he has the game. And we welcome to the show the one person here at ESPN LA who shares my birthday.
Happy birthday, John.
Laura Romo. Happy birthday, Laura. How's
Thank
your day
you.
going?
It's good. It's good. I'm excited. Going to dinner later. So
Excelente. And you wanted Argentina, right?
I did, just selfishly because if Argentina wins the whole thing, I will land in second place.
There you go.
And then Trudell and Greg are tied for third.
Perfect. All right, so 4 players, Brian Cohen, Michael Funchess, Laura Romo, and me. Andy, what's the game?
Well, on this day in 1988, the movie Die Hard was released, one of the all-time great action movies, very influential movie. for like the last 30
Boy,
or
I
so
haven't
years.
seen it in years.
Me neither.
Well, we are going to do some Die Hard trivia.
Okay.
In
Now,
honor.
does it all apply to the first Die Hard or any of the movies?
You'll find out.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Die Hard was adapted from a 1979 best-selling book by somebody named Roderick Thorpe. What was the book's title? Everything at Stake, Nothing Lasts Forever, or Die Hard? Everything at Stake, Nothing Lasts Forever, or Die Hard. That was the name of the book that the movie was based on.
Brian.
Die Hard.
Okay.
Punch.
What was the first one?
Everything at Stake.
Everything at Stake.
I'm going to go Die Hard. Laura?
Nothing lasts forever.
Laura, the birthday
Boom,
girl,
birthday.
on the
That sounds
board.
like
Way
a
to
Bond
go,
movie.
Laura.
That's why I didn't pick it.
Yeah, it did sound like a Bond movie.
It
didn't
does.
it?
But that
Or a
was it.
Steven Seagal movie that all have 3 words in the title.
Kind of like
All right,
Everything at
Laura's
Stake,
on the
too.
board. Everybody else, bupkis.
Before the production that eventually became the movie we know as Die Hard, the book had been optioned by a major Hollywood star to make early in the 80s. Who was that star? Clint Eastwood, Harrison Ford, Burt Reynolds. Eastwood, Ford, or Reynolds, the original, he had optioned it earlier in the 80s.
Funch.
I can't imagine it's Burt Reynolds. I'm going to say Harrison Ford.
I can imagine it's Burt Reynolds, so I'm going to say Burt Reynolds. Laura?
I'll go Burt Reynolds as well.
Brian?
Harrison Ford.
You're all wrong. Clint Eastwood.
Oh, wow.
Clint Eastwood
back
in
then.
the early 80s had optioned it to star in it. Fun fact, by the way, the book was based on a sequel in a series of books. The first star, it had been made into a 1968 movie with Frank Sinatra
There you
in
go.
the John McClane role. He had first right of refusal in 88. He just turned down the role because he was 71 at the time.
Okay. Line!
Exactly.
I'm mad.
All right. What's next?
Bruce Willis was basically known then just for starring in the TV show Moonlighting. How much money did he get for the role of John McClane? $1 million, $3 million, or $5 million? $1 million, $3 million, or $5 million? Remember, 1988. Bruce Willis's salary.
This one's me. I'll go in the middle. $3 million. Laura?
I'm going 1 million.
Brian?
$1 million.
Punch.
I'm going to say $1 million.
You're all wrong. $5 million.
Wow.
Which-
We've all been wrong 2 in a row.
People lost their minds over that. They couldn't believe he got it, and there wasn't much confidence in him. He was barely
And the
used in
movie
marketing.
made a fortune.
Made
so,
a fortune.
yeah.
Moonlighting for that, huh?
The role of Al Powell, by the way, Laura's the only one on the board right now.
Yeah. Good game.
The
Hard.
role of Al Powell, the cop who helps John McClane, was played by Reginald Val Johnson, Family Matters. It was originally supposed to be played by Gene Hackman, but it fell through because of scheduling reasons, and then the producers decided to go in a different direction. They wanted an unknown. It came down to Val Johnson, who got the part, and this future star. Who was it? Wesley Snipes, Billy Bob Thornton, or John Leguizamo? Snipes, Thornton, or Leguizamo? Almost got the role.
I could see any of them doing
Yeah,
it.
almost
Laura,
got the
this
role
one's
of Al
you.
Powell.
Let's go with John Leguizamo.
Okay.
BC.
Billy Bob.
Punch.
I'll say Billy Bob as well.
I'm with Laura. I think it's Leguizamo.
And you're all wrong. It's Wesley Snipes.
Wow.
Wesley Snipes. It came down to
3
Wesley
in a
Snipes,
row.
Wesley Snipes, and Reginald
I
Val
figured
Johnson.
he'd be too young to play that
And,
role.
and
Me
he had
too.
already been in Major League, I
No,
think.
this was before Major League.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying.
It came out a year before Major League.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah.
well.
Right now, Laura won. Everybody else 0. Wow.
We've all
right.
gotten 3 in a row wrong.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know if that's ever happened.
Despite making Die Hard while still cranking out episodes of Moonlighting at the same time, Bruce Willis somehow managed to find time to marry Demi Moore in Vegas
Okay.
during this shoot. A music legend officiated their wedding. Who was it? Phil Collins, Little Richard, or Joni Mitchell? Phil Collins, Little Richard, or Joni Mitchell officiated the Willis-Moore wedding.
Brian.
Phil Collins.
Funch.
Give me the choices again. Those are,
Phil Collins, Little Richard, Joni Mitchell.
I'm going to say Lou Richard.
I'm with Brian. I'm going to go Phil Collins. He was a huge star around that time. Laura.
I wanted to say Phil, but nobody else picked the last one, which was
Joni Mitchell.
I'll go with that.
Little Richard.
Told you.
Oh.
Little
Richard.
Richard. Remember, Bruce Willis was all into blues and R&B and stuff like that. Also, Ali
You on the
Sheedy.
board?
Ali Sheedy was a fellow Brat Packer. She was one of the bridesmaids.
Okay.
Other than Moonlighting, before Die Hard, Bruce Willis was arguably best known in the mid-'80s for a slate of Seagram's wine cooler commercials. In one of them, he picks up a then-unknown future movie star at a bar by buying her a Seagram's wine cooler. Who was the future star? Sharon Stone, Julia Roberts, Bridget Fonda, Stone, Roberts, or Fonda, picked up on in a Seagram's wine cooler commercial by Bruce Willis?
Funch.
I'll say Bridget Fonda.
I'm also going to say Bridget Fonda because I can't see the other ones. The other ones we know about. I'm going Bridget Fonda. Laura.
Fonda.
Brian.
Roberts.
You're all wrong. It's Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone?
You can find this, by the way, on YouTube. That you can go down a Bruce Willis Seagram's wine cooler rabbit hole, which I've done.
I remember the ads. I remember he would say one line he had was, you need a wingman. He goes, I need a guy.
Yeah.
A confident guy.
Seagram's golden wine cooler. So
Lord.
Laura
Laura
and Funchy
won
on the
and
board.
Funch won. How many are left?
I've got 1, 2, 3,
he has
4,
enough.
5.
Okay.
Yeah, he has
All right.
enough.
So
Okay.
very much still to be decided.
Bruce Willis spends most of the movie in a tank top undershirt, varying degrees of dirty, torn, and bloody. How many total tank top undershirts did they use during the shoot of Die Hard? 16, 17, or 18? 16, 17, or 18 tank tops in Die Hard.
This one's me. I'm going to go 16. Laura.
I'll go 18.
Brian.
17.
Funch.
I'll say 17 as well.
17. So Funchy's got the lead. BC on
Finally,
the board.
Going to win something today.
I now am going lucky loser.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get in on lucky loser.
Willis,
We'll
by
see.
the way, donated one of the undershirts to the Smithsonian.
Excellent.
Okay. Die Hard did not hit number 1 in its first wide release weekend. What was the number 1 movie that weekend that Die Hard went wide? Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Big, or Coming to America? Roger Rabbit, Big, or Coming to America?
Did you give the year?
1988.
Okay. Big. Oh, this one is Laura.
Big.
Brian.
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit.
Punch. You're going right. All right. So what's the one nobody picked?
Nobody picked Coming to America.
Coming to
I'll
America.
take that one.
It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Number 1 movie of the year in 1988. Die Hard finished 7th overall.
All right. So who got that?
Bunch and
Bunch and
BC.
Brian.
All right.
Pulling ahead.
All right. Bunch has 3. BC has 2. Laura has 1. I'm still alive for lucky loser, and there are 3 left or 4 left.
3.
Okay.
Am I out already?
No.
No. I knew
3
I was going to
left.
suck
And you
at
got
this.
the very first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was lucky.
Which of these rappers from the late 80s, early 90s did not have the line, I die harder than Bruce Willis in a song?
Okay.
Ice-T, the Beastie Boys, or Public Enemy? Ice-T, Beastie Boys, or Public Enemy did not have the line, I die harder than Bruce Willis in a song.
Funch.
Ice-T, Beastie Boys, and who?
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
Brian.
Beastie Boys.
Laura.
I'm going with Bunch, Public Enemy.
I don't. So I think that's the correct answer. So what was the other one? BC Boys, Public Enemy, and who was the other one?
Ice-T.
Shoot, I could see him saying it too. I'm going to go Ice-T.
The answer is Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
Bunch, you got it.
Bunch, you got
And
it.
I
and
did.
Laura
Public Enemy.
got it. All right, there are 2 left.
Yep, 2 left
Okay.
and a bonus.
Brian, you and Laura have to go opposite of Funch, and I have to get it wrong.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, Sergeant Powell identified himself as 8 Lincoln 30. 8 is the West Los Angeles division of the LAPD. Makes sense. Nakatomi Plaza's in Century City. We're doing this show from downtown LA. What is the police code number for downtown LA? 1, 6, or 10? 1, 6, or 10, the police code for downtown LA.
Funch.
I'll say 6.
Brian.
Show me 10.
Laura.
1.
Which one's wrong? I'll go 10.
Well, John, you're still alive. 1 is the correct answer.
I actually knew that.
Yep.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yep, we're part of the
Don't
Central
ask me
Division.
All right, Brian, you missed that one? All right.
Yeah, I missed it.
BC's out. But he doesn't care because he won the World Cup.
Feeling
pool.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$200.
All right.
Good job, BC.
So, 200 cookies.
200 cookies.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what he wins.
Oh, okay.
You know,
200
we don't want any IRS people coming
Just
around
kidding. 200
here.
cookies.
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
The score is Funch 4, Laura 3, and John 0. It all rides on this.
Oh,
Here
yeah,
we
I forgot
go.
you're still alive. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson parlayed his Pulp Fiction appearance and ensuing friendship with Bruce Willis into a co-starring role in Die Hard with a Vengeance. What was Samuel L. Jackson's character's name in Die Hard with a Vengeance? Ordell Robbie, Zeus Carver, or P.K. Highsmith? Ordell Robbie, Zeus Carver, P.K. Highsmith. Sam Jackson's character's name in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Funch.
Zeus.
Laura.
What were the other two?
Ordell Robbie or P.K. Highsmith.
Show me PK.
I think Ordell Robbie could be it. I'm going to go Zeus.
Oh, John.
It's Zeus.
It's Zeus Carver.
Oh, yes. Bunch wins.
Yeah, I knew. That's why I was like, give me the other
Zeus.
two.
Yeah, I knew it was
Zeus.
Ordell Robbie.
You didn't know it was Zeus?
No.
Oh.
Because he was talking about Jesus at the beginning.
Yeah,
Ordell Robbie was Samuel L. Jackson's character in Jackie Brown, and P.K. Highsmith was his character in The Other Guys.
There you go.
You were up one on me anyway, so even if I would have gotten it right, it didn't
Funch,
matter.
Congratulations.
Congrats. You needed that.
I went to bed.
I needed that win.
By the way, I'm never going to hear the end of this because I actually know him. I used to play golf with him years ago.
Hey,
and
Zeus.
He's just going to read me the frickin' riot act next time he sees me.
I thought you got that. That was the answer when I was like, give me the other two. That was my nod for you.
Yeah, well, I didn't take it.
Yeah, you
tried
did
to give me
not.
a birthday
I
help.
did.
But congratulations, Funch. So a good day. So we had multiple winners today. I won Icebreakers. Brian won the pool. And Funch won Game of Games. And Laura
got nothing.
Yeah, but it's your birthday, and you get to go to dinner after it's over.
It's our birthday.
Yeah, well, so did you know Juju Watkins is our birthday?
Yes. Also, Gabriel Iglesias is his 50th birthday
Fluffy,
today. Fluffy,
right?
Correct. Damian Lillard's birthday as well.
Forrest Whitaker, we
Forrest
talked about
Whitaker,
earlier.
yes, correct.
Yeah, so Andy, what other famous people do you share a birthday? When is your birthday?
April 6th. I'd have to look.
It's my niece's birthday. Oh, no, it's not. I almost died that day. Just kidding.
You almost died on April 6th?
April 8th or April 6th?
258.
Wait, so you looked at a tattoo, so
Yeah,
you
I
really
have a
did.
tattoo. Yeah, I have it's 8th. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's our birthday has not been a super famous one, but lately it's starting to get big, like with Damian Lillard and Juju Watkins and Fluffy and all.
I'm
those
looking
guys.
right now at Wikipedia to see who's interesting that shares my birthday.
Yesterday's birthday was Tattoo from the Black Eyed Peas. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah, he's been on the station.
He's been on the station before.
Tony Kornheiser's birthday yesterday.
I share a birthday with Marilu Henner from Taxi.
Okay, Marilu Henner has this thing about her. Do you guys know this?
Yes, I do know about it. It's crazy.
Okay, there are only like Funch, I think about 200 people in the world who have this ability. You can ask her where she was on any day of her life, and she can tell you.
That's wild.
She has like a beyond photographic memory. So the way I learned about this, boy, the YouTube chat's going to just go, God, he's told
Not
us.
the same
It's your
story.
birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
You're allowed. You can indulge
I'm ready.
yourself.
So the way I found out about this was, remember Bob Costas had a late night TV show?
Late Night with Bob Costas.
Yes.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Brian, see if you can find this. Type in Marilu Henner, Bob Costas. And so Costas was just talking to her, and he goes, I saw in my research that you have like a beyond photographic memory, and you can talk about what you did on any given day, that I can just make up a day. And she goes, correct. So he makes up a day. And the day he makes up is the day that Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. He just did that. And so he throws out that date. And then Marilu Henner goes, who put you up to this? And he goes, nobody. She goes, why'd you pick that day? And he says, I just, it popped into my head, Neil Armstrong, that's the day he walked on the moon. And Marilu Henner goes, I swear to God, that's the day I lost my virginity.
Oh.
And Costas had one of the greatest comebacks of all time. He looks at her and he's laughing. Oh, Brian found it. So you'll hear Costas' comeback. Here you go.
You can name any date in the last 50 years, I'll tell you what day of the week it was. And any date in the last 20 years, and I'll tell you what I was doing on that day.
Is that right? So like when Ronald Reagan said...
Oh,
in his defense.
You know something? I can't believe you said this, because when someone said, okay, August, who remembers what they did August 8th, 1985? And I said, oh, are you kidding? It was a Thursday. And I had pasta for dinner then, and I was in Chicago. I was hosting the Oprah Winfrey Show that week, you know, and I said, you can name any date like that, and I would be able to figure it out.
Is this blessing or curse?
Oh, it's a blessing. Sure. I always have something over on people. Nobody can argue with me about anything.
So when Reagan said, hey, you know, who could remember August 85, you said, wrong, pal.
Wrong, pal. August 8th, 1985, you know, which was a Thursday.
Where were you when the men walked on the moon? Which was what? June? Was it June or July of 69?
Who told you this?
No, I just picked that at random. I swear to God, I just picked it at random.
Come on, somebody told you.
I swear to God, I picked it at random.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't tell. Okay, I was in Chicago. I was in...
Oh, well, there's a shocking story right there. I didn't mean to pry that out of you, Mary Lou.
I was in high school, and it was July the 20th. It was a Sunday night. Did someone tell you this?
No, I promise you they didn't. I'd be honest with you.
That's the night I lost my virginity, okay?
Well, for one thing we know for sure, Neil Armstrong wasn't the culprit.
Isn't that like the greatest comeback of all time?
That is a great line.
Sure. Neil Armstrong's a go. All right. Laura's show's coming up next. Travis and DeMarco, happy birthday. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
We'll get those guys in here for a little Super Crosstalk next. ESPN LA.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Albert Pujols is a Cardinal. Albert Pujols is a St. Louis Cardinal, MVPs, World Series. He's a Cardinal, okay? And no matter how many years he played in Anaheim, he was going to be a Cardinal. That didn't matter. And that's what it feels like with LeBron. Like, successful, championship, here a long time, played really hard, was by all accounts a good teammate, was pretty good with the media. I mean, as good as somebody that famous can be with the media. And it's like, I cannot come up with any sort of comp where a guy, one, was here for a long time, generally well-liked. Like, there isn't some ugly incident on the blotter where you're like, yeah, man, that turned everybody. None of that.
No.
And it's like, yep, thank you, bye. And he's like, yep, thank you, bye. It's not like they slammed the door and he's looking around like, what the hell happened?
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Summer of soccer is here, and there's no better place to watch than Rockin' Brews. Catch every match on massive LED screens with surround sound, drink specials, and game day favorites like our new El Clasico burger. Whether you're backing Team USA or cheering on your home country, grab your crew, raise a glass, and catch every match at Rockin' Brews, serving those who rock. Visit rockinbrews.com for your nearest location.
Hi, folks, it's Oral Hershiser, and I couldn't be prouder or more excited to introduce the new Oral Hershiser Chevrolet here in beautiful Chino. Chevrolet has been a part of America's story for over 100 years, built on grit, reliability, and doing things the right way. And that's exactly how we are going to earn your business at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. So come on in, say hello, and let us earn your trust. Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. Bulldog tough, Chevy strong.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Woo, 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 woo. Who won Game of Game?
Punchy.
Bunch.
Look at him.
We had 3 different winners today.
Okay.
I won Icebreakers. Funch won Game of Games, and Brian Cohen won the ESPN LA World Cup.
Oh, that's
Award.
right. Yes, you did.
Because
Yes,
he had
you did.
Argentina.
Well, I'm glad you got one on your birthday. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, John.
Thank you. And you got to be nice to Laura today. It's her birthday,
Indeed,
too.
indeed.
So don't yell at her more than usual. But, Trav, you... Okay. You were able to watch the end of the World Cup game without having the problem of doing a show like
Sure.
Andy and I were.
Sure.
To me, I can't figure out, did Argentina win it or did England lose it?
England lost it. Look, I don't know anything about soccer, but I know when somebody screws up. And the second they scored that goal, they stopped playing.
They played not to lose instead of
it
to
was
win.
the soccer equivalent of a prevent defense. They pulled everybody back, put everybody in their own box, and basically let Argentina fire shots at them for 30 minutes. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And Trudell came in the group thread shortly after the game and said, that's the biggest mismanagement he's ever seen. As it's happening, I'm yelling, not yelling at Laura. Laura and I are watching the game together. I'm yelling at the TV like, you have to attack.
Yeah,
You're just sitting back here letting this thing happen. And Argentina they have too many good players. And eventually Messi did what Messi does. He set up the game-winning goal. It was a catastrophe for the English.
So, DeMarco, you'll laugh at this. I was lucky enough for 3 years, maybe 4, to do a Sunday national radio show with Jim Mora, the old Saints and Colts coach.
That guy?
That
Yeah,
guy.
okay.
He, by the way, one of the great guys of all
Great people.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, I learned more from Jim it was me, Jim, and Billy Ray Smith, who then later went on to be Scott Kaplan's partner for a lot of years.
Yeah.
So
the aura.
So I learned so much from Jim, and the biggest I used to just ask him dumb questions, and and the biggest argument we ever got into was over the prevent defense.
Oh, yeah.
And Jim said to me, he goes, you know why coaches use the prevent defense? I go, no. He goes, because it works. You guys just make a big deal about it every time it doesn't work.
I was ready to defend prevent. There is a time and place for it.
Right.
And
so
Do you go into prevent in the middle of the third quarter?
No,
because that's what they
that
did.
is a tactical
DeMarco,
error.
End of the game, you're up by 4. Okay?
Yep.
Jim said he would always go into a prevent defense. And he said, the only thing that can beat me is a touchdown? And I said, yeah. I go, why don't you rush the quarterback?
Well,
and he goes, you do. You just don't rush as many guys.
Okay, so I used to do this with Raheem Morris. I would defend him constantly. Some people confuse prevent defense, which is backing all the way up, which is what England did.
Oh, right.
Boy.
Versus bend but don't break. Meaning I'm going to keep guys on you. I'm going to back off slightly and make you make the plays. And bet you can't go 15 plays in a row without making a mistake. Most of the time, I'm going to be right.
Does
that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Too, like, England was only up 1-0.
goal.
Like, it would be different if they had been up 3 or 4, something like that. You're up 1.
There was way too much time. Had they decided that that's what they wanted to do in the 85th minute, maybe. But there was 30 minutes left in the game.
And
the
85th minute is when it showed up.
Yeah.
And by the way, to your point, Trav, Argentina almost scored several other times.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't that they had 2 chances and scored 2 goals. They had 12 chances and scored 2 goals.
Who were you rooting for?
I wanted England.
I was rooting for Argentina because I wanted Brian.
Because of your pick?
No, I wanted Brian to win the
you
pool.
wanted Brian to win. Okay.
Yeah. But Funchy had you're in that group chat, right?
Yeah.
Funch over the last hour has lost his mind.
As soon as I saw him, he said
the
blank
Beatles,
fish and chips.
F David Beckham, F fish and chips.
By the way, you got to lay off fish and chips.
Hey,
the
I
rest
like
of it
fish
you
and
can
chips.
have. Me too.
Come on.
I was just telling everyone here.
I
was just telling everyone in here that I had my victory dinner all planned out. I was gonna have some fish and chips with some old English 800 tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if Old English 800 is actually English.
So,
British.
DeMarco, I'm curious if you would agree with the other 2 things that Jim beat into me that I've taken with me for the rest of my life.
Excellent head coach, by the way. Yeah.
And like, you won't find a better guy. I mean, we're just so patient with Billy Ray and I because we ask so many dumb questions. Billy Ray less than me, but Billy Ray's a kind of good old boy from Arkansas.
I love PR.
So
Yeah.
when I would say something dumb, Billy Ray would just piggyback on me, and Jim would go, "You guys are morons."
How
And he
many
goes,
Woe
"Let me
Pig
tell you
Sueys
why."
did he give you?
What's that?
How many Woe Pig Sueys did he give you?
Well, because of Arkansas.
Yeah, that's what he.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes he'll throw that out.
Yeah, he told me, Billy Ray told me a great story once that he said he was being recruited by Bear Bryant, and he walked, and he was a big recruit out of Dallas. And Bear Bryant is looking at his transcripts and goes, I see here that you could have gone to your grades are great. Why are you going to Arkansas?
Yeah.
You could do much better in Arkansas. And Billy Ray goes, well, my granddad went to Arkansas. My dad went to Arkansas. They both played football. They were both All-Americans. And Bear picked up the phone and called the outer office and goes, yeah, come and get this one. I screwed it up.
That's funny.
But,
oh, my God.
But two things Jim told me. He told me if I handed him a stat sheet that had everything on it except the score, okay, so he doesn't know what the score is, but he can look at all the other stats, then he only would need to look at one line to tell me who won the game. Yeah.
Turnovers.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said, if you win the turnover battle in the NFL, he goes, I don't care if you got a guy that threw for 600 yards. He goes, I don't care. He goes possession. And then the other thing, kind of in the same family as that, is that he's the first coach that ever explained to me. He goes, John, if you take anything with you from this whole experience of us working together, he goes, remember this, a punt is a good play. And I went, no, it's the ultimate admission of failure. You couldn't get a first down, and now you have to give the other team the ball. I want the ball. I would never punt. He goes, you wouldn't win. He goes, what did he mean by a punt is a good play?
It's the fastest way to flip field position.
Right.
It's a land acquisition battle, right? So let me back you up as far as I can. It's the first thing every team practices in training camp is punt.
And he said that's why sometimes you'll see an offense call 3 running plays at the start of a game that don't look very imaginative. He said because if you establish the running game, that's a good thing. But if you don't, let's say you get 2 yards, 2 yards, 3 yards, and you have to punt, then you just took over field position battle.
Correct.
Because you had to start on your own 20. Now you're on their 20.
I've heard that. It's the same concept that any drive that ends with a kick is
Always
a good drive.
Yep.
It's either points or you punted it away and you live to fight another day.
Old dreaded double thud
You're talking about the turnover battle, Ireland, and I think, DeMarco, correct me if this is off, but I think this is mostly right, that when the Rams lost the NFC Championship game last year, it's the first time in history that a quarterback had thrown for 300 yards, 3 or more touchdowns, and no interceptions and lost the game.
I bet. Because Stafford and Puka were both going nuts.
They went nuts, and they were great. They just their defense just wasn't able to keep the other team off the field. It wasn't a turnover thing that he was terrific, but that's the exception that proves the rule.
To my other thing about who's the receiver you guys wanted? The one that's out there now that has all the bad press?
Diggs?
Brandon Ayuk.
Stephon Diggs.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's not the offense that kept you out of the Super Bowl. You couldn't keep people out of the end zone.
Yeah.
But now that's been repaired.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get out of here to let you guys take it. Happy birthday, Laura Romo.
Happy birthday, Johnny.
And have a great show. Andy, thank you for this. I'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Travis. Almost
you
did
it again.
No, I didn't. Not yet. DeMarco and Travis.